good old. Another beautiful night in the desert as the sun sets on the campus of Grand Canyon University. But as we turn down Lopes Way and head inside the arena at GCU, the heat is on as the Lopes try to continue their competitive ways in WAC play with the Kangaroos in town. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks so much for joining us here on Your View for the Lopes pregame show as we count you down to tip-off in Division I men's basketball college action right here on a Saturday night. Kansas City in town coming off a heartbreaking loss at Bakersfield. Meanwhile, the Lopes have rebounded in a big way since their heartbreaking loss at New Mexico State. They went and took care of business at UTRGV and then returned home Thursday night, making a statement against Chicago State, holding the team to just 46 points. A very impressive effort from the Lopes on the court, but feeding their success off the court, well, it was the Havocs back in the house, and let's just say their presence was felt.
Here a couple of times when the students weren't here, so we're really excited to get everyone back. It makes this place amazing when the students are here, really loud, gives us an advantage, so we're pumped for it.
Yeah, well, we love the Havocs, and it's going to be a great experience. The atmosphere is always electric, and even over break it was pretty electric, but we're ready to get our students back, really have a fun basketball environment.
All right, we know the power of the sixth man because if you've ever been to a game here at GCU, you can feel the intensity, and quite often during the game broadcast and after the game, you'll hear Dan Marley references as well. The players, they feel the energy, and they also play with that energy behind them. But what will tonight bring? Only time will tell. But for now, to set the table, we bring in the rest of our broadcasting crew. Barry Patel, Scott Williams. We've been looking forward to this matchup between Kansas City and GCU. Both teams playing strong in the preseason, coming out strong in WAC play. So what do you think tonight has in store for us?
Well, you never know. It was a 21-4 deficit that the Lopes had to battle back the last time these two teams faced off against each other in the opening round of the WAC tournament, so we shall see. But the Lopes coming off a very impressive win against Chicago State, Scott.
They were absolutely fantastic against Chicago State. Offensively, they were kicking on all gears in that first half. 43 points, go on and win, put up 80 on that scoreboard. And defensively, holding the team to less than 40% shooting is very hard to do. That means everybody's communicating well together. They're all on one string. They're not giving up any baskets. And then they're really doing a nice job getting out in transition as well. They got 23 points off of those turnovers. The bench was absolutely fantastic, which you expect the bench to play well at home, but 39 points is monster game for the bench.
5 players in double-figure scoring for the Lopes, 80 to 46. First WAC opponent under 50 points, although taking on a UMKC team that will be a little bit stepped up from Chicago State, no doubt. But Roberts Blumbergs, how about him? A season-high double-digit scoring.
Yeah, big game Bob came out ultra-aggressive off that bench. Everything he did was with energy, passion, and aggressiveness, going hard to the basket, making himself a present underneath is exactly what the Lopes needed in that basketball game. They had 23 points off of those turnovers, and a lot of them was because Roberts Blumbergs was causing a havoc on defense, stepping in front of people, taking charges, making steals, and changing shots.
Got the start in the second half, 10 points, 4 boards for Big Game Bob. Look for him to step up with Matt Jackson out for his second straight game with that rib injury, although he's coming back strong, no doubt. Carlos Johnson, he's coming on strong. 5 straight games, double-digit scoring.
And this kid's just too big, too strong for anybody in the WAC. I love that one there. He goes to the hole. Everybody jumps off of their feet. He settles for the 3. I don't like it as much. When he goes in there, takes that contact, absorbs it. His favorite player, LeBron James. 3 guys can't stop him underneath. He will not be denied. He loves it.
Time power. Carlos coming off the bench. 27 big minutes, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, got 10 of those points in the second half. UMKC coming in 2-1 in the conference. They started out 0-6, but they've been on a tear after that, and they've been putting some points on the board big time, especially from three-point land.
Yeah, they really can. They can stroke it from all over. They got a guy named Xavier Bishop, little 5'8" water bug out there on the floor. He does it up. Not afraid to go inside amongst the trees and score inside. You back up off him too much, he'll shoot it from over the top of his defense. You got to watch this cat anytime he's on the floor because he keeps a live dribble, puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Make him play in a crowd tonight.
We shall see how he does as he is leading the Roos in points at over 16 points per game. As we've mentioned, the WAC is so tight. Up top, 2-1 UMKC. The Lopes are 4-1. Bakersfield's right there, 4-1, and New Mexico State at 3-1.
It's tough. I mean, you go on the road. I mean, it's a tough one tonight. New Mexico State's got to go to Utah Valley. Utah Valley's 8-0 at home. So anytime you get a win, home or road, you got to cherish it.
The Lopes will look to continue their dominance here on their home court. They're 8-0 here at GCU Arena this season. It's already getting amped up here with the Havocs in the house gate. We'll send it back upstairs to you.
I love it. They're having fun down on the court, and like you said, you can feel the energy in this building. But like you guys said, it's going to be a competitive WAC all the way through March. So it's so important, Dan Marley has said, to win those home games. Scott, from a player's perspective, what is it like when you're on the court and you feel the energy and presence of that sixth man? Does it carry over to your play?
Oh, Kate, it's absolutely a fantastic feeling. The adrenaline just starts coursing through your veins. It pumps you up. I'm so excited tonight. I want to put on a uniform and play. I was shooting corner threes. The Havocs were giving me a bunch of static because I was hitting the side of the basket, but I finally got one to go down. I'm ready to rock and roll. These players will be ready to rock and roll tonight.
That was great. 1 of 8, I think you were.
Of course, you're keeping my stats, huh?
Hopefully the team will come out with a little better stats, but Scott, I like that energy. Barry, you just keep them in check. Meanwhile, when we come back, Barry also sits down with the man of the hour, Dan Marley, to talk about just how important it is with these final home games down the stretch in the next couple months, what the team needs to do to get the W, and it all starts tonight with Kansas City. When we come back, Dan Marley talks with our Barry about that win over Chicago State and what they need to do to take care of the Roos tonight.
About time we watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
The Lopes hit the road next Saturday as they travel over to Riverside to take on Cal Baptist for the first time since the Lancers joined the WAC. Tip-off set for 8 p.m. Arizona time. The game will be online at ESPN Plus, or you can tune into Michael Potter for the radio call on the Fanatic 1580 AM, 99.3 FM. The Lopes pregame show continues from GCU Arena this Saturday night. Barry Butel alongside the head coach of the GCU Lopes, Dan Marley, coming off a big, impressive win against Chicago State on Thursday. You're continuing home court dominance in front of the Havocs.
Yeah, it was nice to have the Havocs back. Great atmosphere, and our guys came out, and after I thought, which was a sluggish first half, came out in the second half and played really well, and we got a nice win against Chicago State, a team that we should probably beat, but you're always a little bit nervous, and we came out and took care of business, and then we move on to a game tonight that's going to be probably pretty difficult.
You are dominating here on the home court, 8-0 in front of this atmosphere, and You've talked about it a lot, but especially now in a really tight WAC race, home court has to be on the win column for you guys.
Yeah, you have to take care of home floor. It's going to be tough enough to win in the WAC, and we have a great atmosphere here, and our guys love playing here. So it's imperative that we come in here and take care of business and then win home games, and then find a way to go out on the road and compete.
3-point shooting in the last 4 games, clipping at about a 38% clip. For you guys, have you seen that step up from the perimeter?
Well, it couldn't get worse. So, yeah, we're starting to shoot a little bit better. I think we're taking better shots inside and out. Guys are realizing what a good 3 is and what a bad 3 is. And I think the key is moving the ball. We've done a much better job of that. Our assists have went up. And when we take good shots, it's amazing that they seem to shoot at a better clip. So we have to continue to do that. But I think the first thing is we have to find the guys inside and then work inside out and then continue to share the basketball.
Roberts Blumberg's came out and played really well, season high in minutes, points, rebounds.
Yeah, he did a good job. You know, he's got great length. He's a guy that can really stretch the floor. Hasn't been able to shoot the ball as well as we'd like, but he can do that inside. When he catches it, he finishes. He's very athletic at 6'10" and does a good job defensively, and came out and made his first 3, which always gives a kid like him some confidence. So hopefully that's a game that hopefully can break out for him, and when he gets in there, he'll have a little bit more confidence and continue to play strong.
Certainly with Matt Jackson out with the injury, have him step in and add support when Ollie might be kind of trying to find his game.
Yeah, with Matt out, that gives Rob some time to play, and then with the struggles with Ollie. And it's not just Ollie's fault. I told him he's going to be at the top of the game report for any team that he plays, and very rarely when he catches the ball does he see one guy on him. So he just got to continue to keep playing hard. He's got to start making some threes. He's been really struggling from behind there, and he'll be good. He'll be fine. And it's great that other guys have stepped up. And fortunately, we've had different guys step up at really opportune times.
Do you like what you're seeing from the youngster Tim Finke, double-digit scoring for the 2nd time this season?
Yeah, Tim's a freshman, and it takes a while for freshmen to understand how you have to play. And for him, it's more about what you see right there: catch and shoot, make threes, crash the boards. Be a really good defender, which he is. He's all 3 of those things. So for him right now, it's just kind of bide his time and do what it's going to take for us to win. And right now, it's come off and provide a lot of energy, especially on the defensive end. Like I said, really rebound the basketball and be prepared to shoot. When
you look ahead after tonight, you head to the road, and they're just single road trip games. Saturdays the next 2 weeks. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I told our guys we don't play for another week, so you got to give everything you have here tonight. Play a great game tonight, and then we'll have a week to prepare for Baptist, which is a very good team. They can play, and I'm sure they'll be very excited for us to go in there and to play against them. So as I said, we have to take care of business tonight, and then we'll have a week off to prepare.
One other guy I wanted to talk about while we have you here is Carlos Johnson. Had 5 games, double-digit scoring for him, Carlos? Yeah,
Carlos is really finding his niche coming off the bench for us. He's a guy that's going to come in and score. Very good offensive rebounder, very strong in the post, good at taking the ball to the basket. He's got to do a better job of not turning over the basketball, but I love how aggressive he is. He's a really good on-ball defender and very aggressive going to the basket. So he has to continue to do that, especially on the offensive boards. He's a beast down there, and we're posting him up. He's doing a good job, and he does a tremendous job of getting to the free throw line.
You're taking on the Roos from UMKC tonight, a team that's 2-1 in the conference, coming off a loss at Bakersfield, a tough one for them on the road as they come back in here tonight.
Yeah, they're playing really well. I have a lot of confidence. Last time we saw these guys, they had us down 20-4 in Vegas in the WAC tournament. We were able to come back and win by 3. So this is a team, Coach Richardson has them playing really well. They have a lot of confidence. They got some really good players, good guards, big men, everything. So it's going to be a great challenge for us tonight.
All right, good luck tonight,
All right,
Coach.
Thank you.
Head Coach Dan Marley, our guest. Stay with us. More of the Lopes pregame show continues from GCU Arena. The teachings of Dr. Martin Luther King have had a profound impact on generations to this day. We'll hear from some of the student athletes here at GCU about Dr. King and how he has impacted their lives. That's coming up next on the Lopes pregame show.
When my hot water heater failed, she was pregnant, in-laws were coming, a little bit of water, it rocked our world.
I had no idea the amount of damage that water could do.
We called USAA, and they greeted me as they always do. Sergeant Baker, how are you? They were on it. It was unbelievable. Having insurance is something everyone needs. but having USAA, that's a privilege. We're the Bakers, and we're USAA members for life.
USAA. Get your insurance quote today.
Do you want to be on Ask GCU? Twitter raffle. Twitter raffle? Tweet us your questions, and the person with the best question is going to get featured on the next episode with the crew.
My dudes.
What are you doing?
People don't like us very much, it seems.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Throughout this broadcast already, we've been talking about the power of having the Havocs back in the house. You can feel their presence here inside GCU Arena, but we also want you to be a part of the action. You can follow us on social media, both Instagram and Twitter, using the hashtag LopesUp. You see right now those tweets on the bottom of the screen. Well, they could be yours. You don't have to be in costume. However, it is encouraged. But we'd love to hear from you throughout the night and, of course, throughout the season using that hashtag LopesUp. I'm Kate Longworth. Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show as we count you down to tip off. The Lopes hosting Kansas City tonight. Both teams coming on strong, only one loss in conference play and trying to keep up their competitive ways. We will get you to tip off, but first, as you settle into the three-day weekend, let us not forget why we celebrate this holiday, which honors the great civil rights leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He left behind some everlasting legacy and teachings that we will not forget. And we had a chance to talk with some athletes here at GCU to see the impact Dr. King has on their daily lives, even 50 years after his death.
I feel very strongly about what Martin Luther King Jr. did for African American males and females, and the barriers that he broke down for us.
He's definitely iconic. You can't really duplicate him. He made an impact on this world. He made the world a better place. So I mean, he's definitely a great person.
Yeah, he was a tremendous individual, very brave. Fought for a lot of very important things. Sacrificed, his own time. Sacrificed a lot of, time spent in prison, and fighting for what's right. And eventually, of course, it cost him his life, and that's really the ultimate sacrifice. But to accomplish what he did was something that was really, very tremendous, very special.
The impact he has on me personally is that we got to stand for something and not fall for just anything. Like, stand up for what you believe and not just fall for whatever they tell you.
Personally, he has taught me to believe in what I dream and not let anyone distract me from my goals.
He was good for all African Americans. For me personally, he taught us diversity and things like that. He taught us that, MLK was a great leader. He taught us how to be nonviolent and make a plan with a purpose.
I think Martin Luther King had an incredible impact on our country. He impacted so many of us. Without him, I wouldn't be here. So many of us wouldn't be able to have all the opportunities that we have in this country. He pretty much shined a light for all of us. Without him, I'm so grateful for him.
Some beautiful and true words there from the athletes here at GCU, and a big thank you from some members of our team, Jake Jackson and Scott McDonald, for putting together that piece. And we thank you, Dr. King, for having a dream and the courage to share it with everyone. All right, well, when we come back, I just have one question for you. Lopes fans, are you ready? I don't say it as great as that guy does, but Paul Denuser will be right back with us after this to talk about his role here at GCU and inside the GCU Arena and how he gets you ready for game time.
We have been the experts in clean since 1945. We help businesses keep their facilities cleaner, healthier, greener, and safer. We are passionate about what we do and are committed to making your workplace environment the cleanest and healthiest it can be.
Our armed forces' heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
And just a reminder, Western Athletic Conference basketball tournament tickets are on sale now. Come support both the men's and women's team as they try for their first NCAA tournament bids. The tournament is March 13th through 16th at the Orleans Arena in the fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Get your tickets now. Welcome back to the Lopes Pregame Show. I'm Kate Longworth, and I'm joined now by Mr. Denuser. Of course, if you're a Lopes fan and you've been out to a game, you know him as Paul Denuser, the PA announcer. But I fondly remember him as my high school English teacher. And I got to say thank you, because I think you leading me to the love of writing helped me get here. So thank you for that. But let's talk about what led you to the GCU campus and how you became announcer here for a very popular game day, one of the most popular experiences in the nation.
Oh, absolutely. Well, first of all, Kate, thank you for not calling me your old English teacher, but rather your former English teacher. And I have many great memories of you in that honor sophomore English class. So that's terrific. Well, I've been here at Grand Canyon University now for 7 years. And I had been at Mountain Point High School, of course, where we came into contact. And then at one point, I decided that doing a little bit of extra work as an adjunct professor with another institution would be a good thing. And then after a little while, they asked me to work for them full time. They decided they could go in a different direction without me, which opened the door here for Grand Canyon University. I've been here for 7 years, and it's been amazing ever since then. And just one day, I had sent a note to the basketball coach at the time. That was before Coach Marley.
Right.
And I just said, you know, I've done this for a long time at the high school level. Do you need anybody to do it here? He put me in contact with a couple people. I started doing PA for women's volleyball, then women's basketball, and then one day President Mueller asked if I'd be interested in doing that for the men's games, and I thought that'd be great. I knew the environment was amazing, and so for the last 5 years I've been able to do the men's games here at the beautiful GCU Arena.
Yeah, and I can vouch for how great you are, because back during our Mountain Point days, you were the PA announcer for women's soccer, and I was on the soccer team.
Right.
And so you were great, and I know that that person in that role can have an effect on the game. You get the crowd going, and we know just how important home court advantage is for the Lopes. So what is it like for you to be in that role? Take us through some of your signature lines and how you get the Havocs going and how you feed off the crowd as well.
Well, and that's the main thing. You know, there's my being behind the microphone, but there are 3,500 crazy kids across the arena, and then about 4,500 other fans who love to have that experience as well. So, of course, Lopes fans, are you ready? Has become kind of a big thing, and it's kind of neat. There's a lot of kids around campus who are wearing the T-shirt that asks, "Are you ready?" which is awfully neat. But really, one of the things that's helped me is some of the kids' names, and I like to have a lot of fun with that draw out. You know, whether it's JB for life, whether it's some of the kids, because they also do men's and women's volleyball, men's and women's soccer, a couple other sports. So just that opportunity, and it seems like when I say something, the crowd reacts. That just kind of encourages me to say something again. And one of the really fun things, if you've noticed, when we introduce Thunder, everybody says that line with me, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I mean, you do nickname some of the players. You have some of your lines, and I know that, you know, tributes to their play out there. And I think it shows through the mic, through your voice, your passion for sports. Take us through that, because you were a college baseball player yourself. Your son is named Kirby. You, of course, are a Twins fan. He was named after Kirby Puckett.
Right.
But how has it been, probably a dream come true for you, just like me, but you're working in sports and you love sports?
Oh, absolutely. I grew up wanting to be a Major League Baseball player. Grew up in small towns in Minnesota, so I was a lifelong Minnesota Twins fan, hence the name Kirby, after Kirby Puckett. And just when I realized that I wasn't going to be a Major League Baseball player, it was then that I really pretty much determined. I had some great teachers, some great coaches who inspired me, and I thought I could still stay around sports by coaching. So 36 years of teaching, most of those years coaching as well. Lots and lots of great young men and women that I had the chance to coach and to work with. And it's translated here to Grand Canyon as well. I don't coach, but being involved in the athletic program as I have been has just been one blessing after another.
And you have one of the best seats in the house for these games. What do you think it is about Dan Marley and this team, and each Lopes team really we see out on the court, that makes them so successful and a team that the community can get behind and cheer for?
Well, first and foremost, they're terrific young men. All the student athletes here, they do their work in the classroom. They're great members of the community, and they're visible. And around this campus, kids see these athletes, and nobody acts as though they're too good to talk to the other kids. And I've got them in classes, see them on campus. They're terrific, and they work hard. And of course, Coach Marley has his intensity, and his background is amazing. And I think the kids just react to that, and the student body and the crowd really reacts to that as well.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. But real quick before you go, I have to ask, no pressure or anything, but I've always wondered, did I make the cut, maybe your top 5, even I'll say your top 10, as one of your favorite students?
Without question, at least top 3.
Whoa,
top 3, I would say.
Even better than I was hoping, but right back at you.
Of course. Well, thank you, Kate.
Very fun to be reunited here with Mr. Denuser, as I know him, Professor Denuser, as he's known here at GCU, and also, of course, as the PA announcer who gets things going here for the Lopes. And we're going to keep you going, getting ready for tip-off. In just a few moments, we'll be back with more Lopes pregame coming your way. But first, we want you to grab a snack, because when we come back, we're going to take a quick trip around the WAC. You don't even have to leave your couch.
Hi, I'm Brittany, and this is Ask GCU. Hi, I'm Brittany Holwyn, and you should watch Ask GCU,
where we answer your questions every week.
And the points don't matter. Wait, what?
Tune in every week for answers to be questioned,
where we answer your questions in a common professional manner.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Welcome back as we get you ready here for tip-off. We take a quick trip around the WAC, peek in at the competition. Some other teams in action tonight. New Mexico State on the road with their 4-2 record at Utah Valley. Utah Valley strong at home with that 8-0 record. UTRGV is at Seattle University. Seattle a little slow starting off their conference action. We'll see how they fare tonight. Meanwhile, Chicago State makes a trip from GCU Thursday up to Bakersfield tonight. Bakersfield 7-0 at home. On the women's side, Nicole Powell's team falls a bit short at Kansas City, 73-45. The final there. Chicago State also falls short to Bakersfield, 67-56. Final there. And New Mexico State victorious over Utah Valley. All right, let's take a quick peek at the top 25 in NCAA Men's Division I college action on the hardwood. Well, we saw earlier this week, Duke suffered their first loss. They did come out with a win tonight over Virginia. Virginia now falls, which means Tennessee, the only team in the top 5 that hasn't suffered a loss. We'll see how that top 25 shapes up. But for now, we know what you want to see. Hoops action right here from GCU, and that's coming your way right after this. Get pumped up. We're ready for that.
Canyon Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit CanyonStateCU.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Live from the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University and inside GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes look to improve to 9-0 on their home court as they play host to the UMKC Roos. Good evening and welcome to GCU basketball alongside three-time NBA champion Scott Williams. I'm Barry Butel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. While the Lopes riding high after a decisive 80-46 win over Chicago State.
Yeah, they were pumped on Thursday night. So happy to be back in this arena. This place is rocking and rolling. It's rocking and rolling tonight. They put them out of half, 43 points. Wow. 80 for the game. They shoot almost 52% from the field. They hold Chicago State without a three-point shot and under 40% shooting.
Wow. 5 players in double-figure scoring, including how about big game Bob Roberts Blumberg.
I'm so proud of this kid. He has continued to work hard in practice, and it's paying off. He was ultra aggressive right from the very start, making himself a presence on the offense and the defensive end. I love the way he attacked the basket all night long. 8 points in the first half, finished with 10. Highs all across the board.
Started the second half in place of Alessandro Lever. Roberts Blumberg's a big night against Chicago State. They'll perhaps need him here tonight against a tough UMKC team coming in 2-1 in the conference. A tough loss at Bakersfield, but they're led by the diminutive Xavier Bishop.
Yeah, you got to watch this guy. He's a little scat back out there. He gets lost amongst the trees, not afraid to finish inside amongst the trees either. Keeps a live dribble, puts a lot of pressure on the defense. Can't have one guy guard him. Must make him play in a crowd and give that basketball up.
Well, this crowd is ready for this one as it closes out a 2-game homestand in Western Athletic Conference play. Time to go down to the public address announcer, Paul DeNuzer, with our prayer and our national anthem.
And welcome once again to the beautiful GCU Arena for Student Athlete Appreciation Night. And tonight's Western Athletic Conference men's basketball matchup between the Roos of University of Missouri, Kansas City and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Beth Hansen, a sophomore majoring in marketing and advertising and a member of the GCU cheerleaders.
All right, let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for today and for the opportunity to gather here tonight. We ask that you keep your hand of protection over the competitors and that you equip them to play to the best of their abilities. Please bless this evening with your grace and your love. We're so thankful for who you are and all that you've done for us. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Beth. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the singing of the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by GCU's own Ms. Sarah Ballard. Sarah has earned her undergraduate degree, a master's in leadership, along with her MBA from GCU, and has been a member of our admissions team the past 4 years. Sarah is also the current worship leader for the Employee Chapel in Building 71. Please welcome Sarah Ballard.
you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Sarah Ballard.
Great job with our prayer, Beth Hansen, and our national anthem from Sarah Ballard. UMKC Roos coming in 7-11, 2-1 in the WAC, coming off a tough 74-73 loss at Bakersfield. Their head coach in his 6th season is Kareem Richardson. Here is his starting 5, brought to you by Dignity Health. Dignity Health, hello human kindness. Xavier Bishop, Brandon McKissick, Marvin Nesbitt Jr., Alir Leak, and Jordan Giles.
Yeah, we're going to look at Brandon McKissick, 6'3", 215 guard, junior guard. He hit the go-ahead 3 at Cal State Bakersfield with under 30 seconds to play. However, he committed the Cardinal sin, and he found Joyner's three-point attempt with 9/10 left, and Joyner makes all 3 as the Roos lose by 1. Well, I'm going to be interested to see how that young man can handle that disappointment, that tough loss, and see how he can bounce back tonight.
Richardson, the associate head coach, Angers Thorpe, Josh Sash, and Connor Hampton, the assistants. Time now to introduce you to GCU. Dan Marley starting 5. Trey Drexel, Damari Milstead, Oscar Freyer, Michael Finke, and Alessandro Labor.
Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on Drexel, 6'6" guard, 215-pound. He's a senior. He's got to get this team ready to play. I call him the Nutty Professor. He does a little bit of everything out there on the floor. He can shoot the mid-range jumper. He dishes the basketball. He can go inside and rebound. He's got a Swiss Army knife, so see how he gets his team pumped up for this big WAC play action.
Wilkes are 4-1 in the conference, 8-0 here on their home court, coming off that 80-46 victory over Chicago State. The associate head coach is Lewis Wilson. The assistant coaches are Chris Cremelone and TJ Benson. Director of basketball operations is Jesse Parker. Special assistant to the head coach is Johnny Hill. The video coordinator is Matt Lopez. The graduate assistant is Dylan Hidalgo. And director of sports medicine, Jordy Hackett, alongside director of sports performance, Gabe Borland. GCU has won 4 straight over UMKC, including coming back from a 21-4 deficit in the quarterfinals of the WAC tournament to win it 77-74. Your 3 keys to the game brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford.
Well, seeing we got a Dr. King holiday weekend, I go with Dr. King quotes tonight. Our lives begin the day we become silent to things that matter. That means Lopes have to communicate on defense by talking and pointing. Defense wins championships, Barry. And life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you going to do for others? Well, the Lopes got to share the basketball tonight. They got to set solid screens, and they got to move with a purpose when they're out there on the floor. And the last, we may have come in different ships, but we're all in the same boat now, and that's what the Lopes have to do. They got to remember that they have one common goal, and that's to win the conference title. Personal accomplishments do not matter now. This Lopes team, by the way, 7 different players have led them in scoring this season, so they don't care who gets it done as long as they get it done at the end of the season.
This crowd will remain on their feet till the Lopes hit the opening bucket. Kurt Walker, Sir Alan Connor, and Brad Gaston are the officials. Oscar Freyer wins it for the Lopes. Milstead moves left. Freyer looks inside, trying to get it to Labor. Does so. Labor turning, kicks back out. Milstead open for 3. Not there. Rebound into the hands of Jordan Giles.
They've been shooting that basketball well from behind the three-point arc the last 3 games. Close to 40% are the Lopes, but they got to get on that glass. When they out-rebound their opponent, they are 10-1.
Giles driving baseline underneath, goes left hand, that's short. Michael Finke with the rebound.
Give Michael Finke a lot of credit. He did not give up the easy drive, forced the player along the baseline and made it difficult for that layup.
Finke in the corner. Bam! Take a seat.
That's a good shot right there. That corner 3, Barry. You saw me knock one down in the pregame show from that very spot with my sport coat on.
A lot easier with the coat off for Finke.
Over and back.
Nesbitt.
Yeah, good pressure by Oscar Freyer, forcing that ball into the back court. Look at Finke one more time. A little swing across the top here. And Finke right there in that corner. No hesitation. Boom. And then the over and back by Oscar Freyer. See that pressure there? That foot right there. For 3's right on top.
Finke to Freyer. Freyer near side. Bounce pass into Labor. Turns to the bucket. Trying to work in the paint, left, high.
Yeah, nice move by Labor.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't very aggressive in the first half of that basketball game on Thursday night. Coach Marley sent him a message by coming back and off that bench with Blumbergs. And he said, not tonight, I am going to go hard to the hole.
Over the rim on Leak, 5-zip, Lopes driving, McKissick kisses out to Leak, it's picked off. Drexel peels back out. Bounce pass. Michael Finke takes it from Labor. Finke wants it. Short. Kicked up. Rebound. Pulled down by the Roos.
I'd like to see Finke drive that middle the same way Alexander Labor did on that last basket. Probe that inside.
Bishop, their leading scorer, near side. Driving McKissick. Baseline. Kicks it way out. Nesbitt Jr. That doesn't drop. Put back. That doesn't go. Drexel with the rebound and a foul.
It's amazing to me how many times little Drexel, the nutty professor, goes in there and helps out the bigs and gets a board. Driving to the middle, hard to the rack. Nice job by going straight up. Trey Drexel's hands held high. That ball just squirts back out. Drexel doesn't give up on the play. Stays right there and snatches the ball. 5-0 start for the Lopes.
Milstead odd by Bishop. Bounce pass, Finke turns. Inside to Labor. Labor and Lee. Labor. Step back. Ooh, look at that.
That's the second time that's happened this year. I think I made a comment earlier before we started WAC play that I hadn't seen that in several years, and then here we get 2 in the same season.
Crazy. Takes skill. Bishop, the junior from Springfield, Illinois, coming in 16.1 points per game. That's off the mark. Brews are chilly.
Look at Drexel coming back out of that guard spot, getting on that glass for a second time in a row.
Spin move, step back, short. Driving, McKissick, doesn't go.
They'll be over the back. Drexel again, crashing the glass, causing the defender to come up over the top.
Second personal, so that means Richardson's gonna have to take Nesbitt Jr. out. Jamel Allen steps in, the leader in blocks. Milstead crosses center court, moves right. Drexel Back out, a long three. Michael Finke!
Oh, Dan Marley stole that play from Chicago State. They burned the Lopes on Thursday night for a basket, so Marley puts it in his playbook, comes back and dials up a three.
Lopes ready for Saturday night, leading 8-zip.
They loop Trey Drexel across the top, and then when all that traffic going down the middle there, they lose track of Finke. He pops back out for his second three in the first half.
th three-pointer from Michael Finke this season.
We can wait for him to catch fire from behind that arc. We've seen him in practice so many times, and even early in the season, knocking down those outside shots, and got slowed by an injury. Looks like he's coming back on fire. He came off the bench the other night and was a real force, and now back in that starting lineup, providing some instant offense here in this opening half.
Bishop leaves from McKissick. Sophomore from Ferguson, Missouri. Back to Bishop. Leak. And it's picked off. Milstead drives past. Rebound. Oh, push on the back of Michael Finke.
Well, that was great defense up front by Milstead, using his hands, keeping them high there on the smaller Xavier. Bishop just snags that basketball and then goes hard to the rack to get some help. Weak side, get the block, but then Finke running the floor. This kid is everywhere tonight. Follows it up. He gets cracked upside the head. He'll have a chance to go to the line and make a couple free throws. Lopes missing somebody on that defensive spot underneath. I guess you don't need to have somebody down there, but you can certainly see Oscar Frere might want to get on that line there, see if he couldn't get himself an offensive rebound, unless Coach Marley's going to set up a little full court trap and wants to get him in position. But what a great job using your hands, a la Jared Dudley, the Phoenix Suns. We say slow-footed but athletic hands.
Finke looking strong early.
Well, if he knows Finke's going to make them both, they don't need a player down there. Right here, back iron and down. Hey, what? This kid's on fire. What has he got? 8 of the first 10 points.
Bishop near side. Up over the top in the game, Danny Dixon. Dixon swarmed by Labor. Back out to Bishop. 12 on the shot clock. Bishop
tiny
looking for three. Short. Big rebound. Dixon able to get it. Redshirt junior. Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. Allen, Bishop, Milstead got a hand on it. Gave it over to Frere. The foul committed by Allen, and Frere's down on the ground.
That's going to be a problem. If your little 5'8" guy can't take care of the basketball, you got problems. I know that they're coming with a double team every time he tries to come off a screen, but he's got to figure out a way to keep a live dribble and get the ball to the open man. Right here, Milstead keeping those hands up. No way he's going to pass over the top of him. He's going to have to figure out another route to get one of his teammates basketball.
We have an update on Frere, but let's get over downstairs to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. As you mentioned, we'll keep you posted on what's happening behind us on the court. But right now, no need to adjust the screen. You might be seeing double. And that is because I am here with identical twins, Shay and Sierra, from the women's softball team here on campus at GCU. And the Smith twins are entering their senior season here, playing third base and shortstop. What has it been like for you to kind of have this career and share the love of the game with your sister?
It's been amazing. I mean, getting to go to a new school and having somebody that you're already so comfortable with, I don't know, it's nice, and it's been awesome because our family gets to come to all of our games, and I don't know, we've been best friends forever, and it's nice to be able to continue it now.
Is there a little bit of friendly competition between you guys? Who's the older one? How do you guys keep each other pumped up?
There's always competition in everything that we do, but it makes each other, like, we make each other better. I'm older and I kind of hold it against her sometimes, but no, it's always competition, but it's good competition.
She is 12 minutes older, but I know you give her a run for her money as well. You guys are from Arizona. What was the draw to playing here at GCU?
We really wanted to stay close to home. All of our family lives here, so it's really nice to have the support from our family. And GCU being a Christian school, we grew up in church, so that's been really awesome. And my parents come to every single game, and we love it.
And with the WAC season around the corner, what are you anticipating with this year's competition?
I think it's going to be the best year yet. We play so many good teams, and I think we have what it takes to compete. I'm really excited to see how we do this year.
And of course, you enjoy playing with your sister, but what have been some of your favorite memories of being in the Lopes uniform?
Of being
what do you enjoy?
There's not anything that I don't love about coming here. I mean, just the environment here, everything is just so fun about being a Lope, and I don't know, it's like a family environment everywhere we go.
All right, and I think that holds true, guys, for all sports across the board. Of course, here, a great environment as well. So let's get back to the action.
Thanks, Kate. Sierra and Shay, best of luck. Boy, they got an awesome schedule this season.
You see that girl go yard? Wow, she's got some power with that bat.
Great new softball stadium on campus. Arizona's coming to town. Florida State, NCAA champs. Oklahoma won it. Another pickoff. 4 steals in the game early. Milstead waits. Oh, it doesn't go. Drexel's there. That doesn't go.
Milstead's got to finish that ball. You can't make such a defensive play like that and have a layup and blow it. Go in there hard and try to dunk the ball.
My goodness, there's like saran wrap across. UMKC can't find it underneath. Left-handed in. Michael Finke. He's putting on a show.
It is Finke power underneath tonight. Outside, behind the arc, he is doing it all, but the defensive job has been absolutely fantastic. 5 turnovers. They forced the lose to 5 turnovers and 0 for 7 shooting.
McKissick back out. Dixon, that's taken over. Oh, my.
Yeah, he has 6 turnovers in the first 6 minutes. That's not coming to play. You got to come out of that locker room with some kind of a focus.
Finke, why not? Oh, rebound. Carlos Johnson in the game. Soft floater. That doesn't make it. Lavers underneath.
Got him over the back. I thought he used his length nicely up top, but he kind of hipped him on the down low, and the referees were on top of it. Finke takes the shot. Carlos Johnson out of the corner. Nobody puts a body on him. I couldn't tell if that one was partially deflected or not, but then you can see there, Lavers swatting at that basketball, gets caught with the call for the bump. Lopes could really have 20 points right now.
Yeah, hopefully that won't come back to haunt them. Different story than the last time these two teams met. It was UMKC with that early punch.
That's right. Lopes found themselves down 16 in that WAC tournament game. They had to claw themselves all the way back to win it.
Whitfield, that doesn't go. Oh my goodness.
Chilly shooting start here. I mean, this is a team that had been on fire. And on their WAC play, they were shooting 47% coming into this game.
KC fans hoping the offense comes tomorrow. Went off of Milstead.
As good as Milstead has been on defense, he has been equally bad on offense. And right here, this is just a side pick and roll. I don't know how he got so turned around right there, but you got to come off that screen. Don't sit there and play with a guy that's 5'8". That's where he wants to live, with that ball down there bouncing around the floor.
Oh, fouled. We get Laver again.
Yeah, when Ollie starts throwing his hands up like a soccer player, you know it's on him. Quick off the bench is the Finke brother, and also going to come back in here with Martin, who's been on a tear from behind that arc.
No joke. 6 of the last 7. Finke almost got a hand on it. Bishop moves right. Nope. That's Whitfield. Check that. And he gets the first bucket. Robin Whitfield, the junior.
All right, from iron unkind to iron so kind there. Friendly bounce. That thing hung on the rim nicely.
Finke Milstead. Out to Martin, quickly. Michael Finke. Beyond the arc, bounce pass. Carlos Johnson. Tried to get it out, and it's picked off. Bishop comes up with it. Bishop to his right. And he puts it in off the window.
Well, after starting 0 for 8, now they come back with back-to-back field goals, a 3 and then a deuce right at the bucket. That won't make Coach Marley real happy. He never wants to see his team give up easy buckets in transition.
4 turnovers for the Lopes. They had 16 against Chicago State, 19 the previous game. Got to cut it down. Milstead for 3 with time. Yes!
Welcome to the party, pal. As Bruce Willis sitting die hard. Nice job by Carlos Johnson. Finding the man in the corner. Milstead needed a bucket. He was spoon-fed by his teammate.
Allen looking for somebody. Hands it off to Bishop.
Milstead was 0 for 4 before that field goal. And he had some easy looks.
Finke, Milstead, swarming him. Kick back out. Dixon kicks back out. Bishop, a long 3. Oh, the clock was about to expire. That was an NBA shot.
Yeah, 28 seconds of fantastic defense, and Bishop had to launch the long shot, and the lefty got it in.
And Richardson animated underneath Tim Finke, one hand. Carlos Johnson for 3. That's not there, but Finke is. Michael Finke peels out. Oh, how about that, baby?
What did Finke have for his pregame meal tonight? Coach Marley might have sprinkled in some gunpowder. He is doing it all.
$12 points for Michael Finke. Loose ball again. Martin up top. Martin up for Carlos.
I like that. That's what I would have done if they ever let me dribble the basketball. Take that ball down there, throw it up high, make either Carlos Johnson get the dunk or they have to foul him to stop the play.
Oh, with a blow on the roof.
Look at this here. They're just playing great defense. 42 just snatches at my favorite Martin. He just pushes it hard to the hole and just lays it right up there where only Carlos Johnson's going to be able to get it. They had to take a hard foul to prevent the easy dunk.
Lopes lead it 17-8 over UMKC. We'll take a timeout. Be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Our armed forces' heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Tonight's GCU men's basketball game on your view and GCU.TV is brought to you by Dignity Health, Hello Human Kindness, by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth here from GCU Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. Lopes on top, an electrifying start, 17-8 over the Roos from UMKC. Both teams just one loss. Early on here in conference play, the Lopes 4-1, UMKC just 2-1.
Yeah, JCU has come out to play some defense tonight. They held this team to 0 for 8 start. They made their last 3. But what a start, setting the tone here. Really got the Havocs and the student body and all the student athletes that are here tonight, fans, really engaged in this game. I mean, the roof is coming off of this place.
Another awesome crowd. If you haven't made it to GCU Arena, we encourage you. You have to be here in person to experience this unique environment. 19-8 GCU. McKissick. Pitch back out to Whitfield. Whitfield looks for three. Short. Martin with the easy rebound.
They're not getting any second chance opportunities. The Roos are getting shut out on the offensive glass. It is a 7-0 advantage. Second chance points for the Lopes.
Lundberg's in the game.
Oh, wasn't he fantastic on Thursday night?
Tim Finke. Johnson slashes it off the window.
Every time. Carlos Johnson puts so much pressure on that defense when he tips his head down and goes right to the rack. Nobody can stop him in the Western Athletic Conference. Find me one player that can stop Carlos Johnson when he wants to go to the bucket.
6-0 run, McKissick puts it in.
Oh, nice play by McKissick, my goodness. After a slow start now, 4 straight buckets for the Roos. They have found their balance offensively.
Oscar Freyer went down 15-52. Mark of the opening half. There's ice on that foot. Off and in for Carlos Johnson.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC. I've been trying to tell this kid from up here in the last row of the lower deck, take it to the basket, young man. Do not settle for that 3. He is absolutely dynamite when he goes to the bucket.
Oh, now that song's stuck in my head. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Looking inside. Finke all over. Dixon down low. McKissick, 3-2. He's got to put it up. Doesn't go.
Look at Drexel on the glass one more time. You know how much the bigs love it when those guards can come down and help out on that glass. That's 6 boards now for that young man. He had 8 the other day.
Martin leaves for Drexel. He cuts in right at the key.
That's a shot. Oh, they fouled him.
Jordan Giles.
He likes that one dribble to his left and pull-up jump shot. One of the best mid-range games in the WAC right here. That's just experience. Get a couple rhythm dribbles. Get to your sweet spot right in front of the free throw line. Defense is caught in rotation slow. They take your legs out, and now you can go to the line and stroke a couple from the free throw line. Remember, he had the 2 big misses last Thursday down there at New Mexico State, or excuse me, the front end. He missed the front end of a one-on-one. He let it bother him a little bit in the next basketball game, but he came back here on Thursday night with a vengeance, had a fantastic game, and he's off to a nice start again tonight. Let's see how he makes, if he can make both of these free throws here.
Not sure what the officials are.
Oh, they're popping those whistles, aren't they?
I thought they gave it to Giles, but it was credited to Whitfield, so I think they
pick a number, any number. Let's keep playing.
Gave it over to Giles.
Lopes don't want this slowdown. They got all the momentum on their side. They don't want any break in the action. Let me get an update on Oscar Freyer. What's going on with him? Is he back on that
He's
bench
on the
yet?
trainer's table over there. He's got ice in that right ankle foot area.
Well, let's hope it's just an ankle and not a knee. I was worried it might have been a knee. Let's take a look at it one more time here as he gets this steal. He gets rolled up from behind there. Oh, it's his right ankle.
Yeah.
Well, that's a tough one too. When the toe's down and the ankle's up and it twists.
He doesn't.
Sometimes that can lead to that, what they call that high ankle sprain that nobody wants to hear about. Those take longer to recover than the traditional variety. Coach Marley's got to be a little nervous about his superstar over there on the trainer's table. Is he getting it taped up or is he getting it iced down?
Iced down right now.
Yeah, it's probably to prevent that swelling. Hopefully it can ice it down, tape it up, and he can see some action later tonight. If not, if the Lopes keep playing the way they're playing, maybe you just rest them. If they can take a double-digit lead in the locker room and come out of that locker room and play well for those first 10 minutes, just keep his butt on that bench because you don't play again till the following Saturday.
Yep. Single games. Saturday. Cal Baptist joining the WAC.
Hoping to get Matt Jackson back from his broken rib next Saturday as well.
Giles back out. Nesbitt Jr. not there. Rebound again. Number 7, I believe, for Drexel.
Yes, he is doing his darn thing tonight. Oh, he's posted up down there. He's got little Bishop on him. He had little Bishop on him. He put him down there in the torture chamber. They got a mouse in the house. Give me the basketball. You gotta love this one right here. He said, hey, give me the basketball. I'm just swinging around here. I'm gonna hold my position. You're throwing up by the rim. Yeah, big man skills out of the senior guard. Already 17 fouls for the Roos, so Drexel earns himself a trip back to the free throw line where he just cashed in a couple. He has been the surprise this year, if you ask me. I didn't know much about this kid, and he came over in the transfer and came off the bench in the first game, but boy, he started him in the second half. He has been in that starting lineup ever since and not looking back.
Works hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, air ball handcuffed a couple of the white jerseys underneath. They weren't able to get a beat on it and bounced off of one of their shoulders and out of bounds. Havocs don't care. They want to chant air ball on that miss.
Lopes 3 of 6 from the arc. 2 of 8 are the Roos.
That's good defense right there. 2 for 8. Oh, here's
wide
a
open
shot.
Bishop. Doesn't go. Rebound underneath Nesbitt Jr. That doesn't go. He said, I'm going to kick it back out. Bishop. Bounce pass underneath Giles, but he's fouled by Martin.
Foul called on the Lopes number 22, Jared Martin. First person, 13 foul. Jordan Giles to shoot 2.
Misses the front end. Foul.
One more time here. Lopes going to that basket real hard. That Martin got up high, but realized he's probably going to commit a foul right there. So instead of just getting a ticky-tack one, he got his money's worth. Made sure the player doesn't get the and one. Have to go to the line and shoot them, make them both. And good thing because he missed the first one. That's why I've always said not every foul's a bad foul.
Giles on the back end will take a seat after that. Coming in is Rob Whitfield.
Yeah, they're going to set up a little full court pressure here. That's why you sub for the free throw shooter, so it gives you time to get everybody with a little full court pressure. Look at Bishop all over that ball. Boy, there's one thing that young man can't do. He can ball hawk the offensive player.
Johnson coming back out front. Looks down low, but he'll take it himself. Carlos Johnson.
Easy as ABC.
Oh, here we go.
I tell you what, this kid is absolutely doing his thing tonight. Charge! Martin special tonight over on that left baseline. Slide those biscuits, taking one for his team.
27-11 for the Lopes. Carlos Johnson taking it.
Yeah, defender slipped just a little bit, and Carlos Johnson having no mercy just takes it hard to the hole.
Well, the Roos, it took them about 6 minutes, 46 seconds before they put an end to an 0-8 drought to begin the game, but Michael Fickey has come to play, hasn't he?
Yes, he certainly has. He's happy to be back in that starting lineup. This guy's comfortable out there on the floor. Teammates know where to find him. He loves that corner three. He loves the pro behind the arc, and he loves to get on that glass and go inside.
Michael Fickey looking strong.
Yeah, I love this one right here because that's just a hard-working offensive rebound. They just don't pay attention to the man with the basketball. That's a nice play by Damari Milstead. Take it away from the screen, then track it back to the guy that set the screen for you. Run the floor, beat everybody down in transition. I love that one right there. After you made 1 3, you say, why not? Knock down the second one. He loves it.
Fickey and Carlos Johnson, 20 points, 7 of 11 from the field. Let's take a look at the BSN Sports upcoming schedule for GCU. BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Men's volleyball coming up on the 20th. 11:30 in the morning game. The Lincoln Memorial in Lebanon, Tennessee. Men's tennis at Arizona. Men's tennis Florida Gulf Coast. We have women's tennis underway as well as men's volleyball against St. Catherine. women's swimming. It's all getting started here at GCU. Come on out to the campus and support all 21 varsity sports, NCAA D1 sports here. Women's basketball against Cal Baptist, and the men will be traveling to Riverside on the 26th as well. That's a look at your BSN Sports upcoming schedule.
Yeah, Blumberg's, he jammed his finger out there in some action. Got that thing buddy taped. I've had that happen to me plenty of times. You got to buddy tape those things together to give you extra stability so it doesn't get bent back or bent to the side. Grab a couple of those things there, look like a lobster claw, but that's not his shooting hand, so it shouldn't affect him too much if he can fight through the pain.
We've had a couple of Lopes banged up here. Freyer still getting ice down at the trainers table in the tunnel that the players head back in the locker room. And now Blumberg's two middle fingers are wrapped up. Lopes on top, 27-11 against UMKC. Johnson for three. Oh!
How about it? I'm just sitting here saying to myself, why, Carlos? Why? You've been killing him with the dribble drive. Maybe that's all it takes. Get a couple to fall through. You visualize that ball going through the basket. Now it's as big as a hula hoop. Throw it in from anywhere out there on the floor.
Kick out. Not there. Rebound, Tim Finke.
Have you remembered any point in time when these Blues have gotten an offensive rebound? It seems like the white jerseys always coming up with that defensive board. This is turning into a rout. If the Roos aren't careful, this thing's going to get away from them real quickly here in the first half.
Tim Finke for three. Oh, it's rated three. It's rated three.
Back-to-back threes. Both the Finkies now with 3 bombs in this game.
Took a page out of your pregame book. Saw you draining in the corner there. Rebound, loose ball. It'll belong to KC.
Yeah, I was knocking him down there from that right corner.
On fire.
If I didn't have my jacket on, and if the lights weren't in my eyes, and I didn't have too much Red Bull, I probably would have had a higher percentage than I did.
No doubt about it.
You know, the other thing was throwing me off this championship ring. I got to remember to take that off next time I shoot. Havocs were giving it to me the first couple I missed there before I made the proper adjustments. Oh, good defense by Michael. Finke forces another turnover. Coach Richardson must be beside himself. His team has not looked this bad at any point in time during the WAC play.
Oh, they really turned it up. Oh, good hustle there by McKissick.
9 turnovers and 20% field goal shooting are the Roos right now. Now, Coach Richardson must not even recognize some of his players the way they're playing. This is a team that started 2-0 and had Bakersfield beat for a 3-0 record before losing on a tough situation at the end. But they had not come out of that locker room tonight.
Martin, near side, Milstead. Travel. KC started 0-6 to start the season. Since then have gone 7-5, hitting 47% from the field and averaging close to 75 points a game.
Well, GCU is doing it with the D. That 20% shooting is fantastic. Remember on Thursday night, they held Cal State, they held their opponent to only 20 points in the second half. So this has been a carryover from what they did in the second half of the game on Thursday night. Another travel, another turnover. They had 10 turnovers in the first half.
Nice.
You know, at this pace, and then they're on pace for 25 or 26 turnovers. They got to start valuing that basketball.
This packed Havocs crowd here, louder than
back-to-back turnovers for the Lopes now. It's become contagious.
They got 6 of their own, don't they?
6 not bad. And you finish 12 for the game. That ain't bad.
Nesbitt Jr. doesn't go. Carlos Johnson with the rebound.
Yeah, they might. Maybe they're tired. Maybe they've been on the road for a while. They were hanging out in Old Town last night. The Phoenix advantage. Not only the home court, but maybe the hometown advantage.
Oh, inside. Nice feed. Doesn't go.
Good feed. Great cut. Martin's got to finish that one. That's one he knows he should finish.
Dishes, looking underneath, sweet move there by Nesbitt Jr.
That was a pro move right there. A little hipping and a hopping in right to the bucket.
Instead, moving, got an open shot. Oh, off the mark.
Milstead's hurt. He's working hard, but he's hurting him in his first half offensively. Poor pass that time. He had a wide open teammate who couldn't get him the ball.
Martin again. Putting out a clinic. How to take a charge.
Look at this one more time. Martin just gets right in front of the defender outside that restricted, the offensive player gets those feet set and takes that charge. What a great defender. What a great teammate to have that will give up his body, helping out somebody else. Those are the kind of players coaches love to coach.
Tim Finke. Drexel, around the arc, kick back out. Johnson pulls down, drives.
That's where I'd like to see Carlos Johnson. I know he made the last three, but your team's in the bonus. All you got to do is get a half step on somebody. They foul you, you're going to the line to shoot free throws. Nice foot fake, and then boom, takes that body contact. Almost got the, oh, they called it before the finish.
Johnson's going to the line, Lopes up 33-13. We'll be back to close out the opening half right here, so don't go anywhere.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Welcome back. It's a party inside GCU Arena as the Lopes ride a 20-point lead right now with just under 4 to go in the first half. 33-13 over the Roos as it stands right now. And you'll see the cheer and dance team still in action today, but Punk Ball members, they're here keeping the crowd pumped up. However, the rest of the team's out in Florida right now, and a big congratulations to the GCU's dance team. With Thunder and a 7-member drum line pitching in, they captured the title in the Division I Game Day category and the Cheerleading and Dance Team National Championships conducted by the Universal Cheer Association and the Universal Dance Association at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. And just after the GCU dance team won the Game Day Division I title, a few hours later, GCU's cheers team finished runner-up in Game Day Open co-ed competition. And today they had a top 10 finish as well for the cheer team. And like we said, although they are there performing, and you heard me say Thunder was there yesterday claiming the title, he took a red eye to get back for the game. And many members of both the cheer and dance teams stayed back too because they still value that game day experience. Very impressive, and a big congrats to the folks who are normally cheering on this team. They deserve the cheers right now.
Wow, Thunder, man, he looks sharp for taking a red eye all the way back from Orlando.
You don't get a nickname Thunder unless you can bring it. Man. How about the Lopes? They have brought it here in this first half, open up with their largest lead of the game now, 22 points.
Bench doing it again, 14-3 over KC. Giles off the window.
Oh, Giles got the better of Johnson that time. Put that right shoulder on him, just pushed him right up underneath the basket.
Milstead leaves for Johnson. Finke. Over to Tim Finke. Off the window, too heavy.
I'm not sure if Tim was trying to draw a foul there or if he needs to kind of work on his left hand. It looked like an awkward shot, bringing that ball back towards the defense with the right hand.
Travel on Nesbitt Jr. Richardson can't believe the call.
Yeah, he can't believe it, but it happened. Because that was definitely a travel. Officials aren't missing anything tonight. Rue's offensively just not taking care of the basketball. 15 points is, you're not going to be able to score if you can't get shots. 11 turnovers now, way too many.
Johnson looks for three. Oh, that's short. Finke, though, with the rebound. Very fortuitous bounce off of that front rim. Foul committed by Giles. 3 on Giles.
Yeah, he's going to have to sit down the rest of this half. Unless Coach Richardson wants to leave him out there and figure, heck, well, I'm already down 20, could be 22 after these free throws. Might as well go out there and see what I can get some momentum here and try to cut into that disadvantage in the locker room. They got to do something to slow this Lopes team down. I mean, they can be down 15, 18 points, but they got to do something to try to gain a little momentum. The final 2:47 of this half.
Again, early on in the opening half, Oscar Freyer went down with an apparent ankle injury, still getting iced down at the trainer's table.
And that probably wasn't one of his birthday wishes. You know, he turned 21 on Tuesday, and he got poked in the eye on practice on Tuesday. Now he comes out here on Saturday and tears his ankle up.
Trying to drive, Drexel shut it down, but he's going to be called for the foul.
Just the 4th team foul. That's how good the defense has been here for GCU. They have been defending without fouling. Trey Drexel there, he's coming out there making sure no three-pointer. He's trying to slide, but can't get 22 feet all the way to that baseline before the defender can go forward, before he can go backwards. Look at that block.
Oh, Michael Finke says, no, thank you, Brandon McKissick.
You shall not pass, coming off of his man on that weak side. I saw that one coming from a mile away. He was up high and swatted that away. His defense has been wonderful. Look at this outside defense. That's what I'm talking about. Being engaged, locked in, coming off your big man. You see your brother getting beat over there, and not really his brother, but his brother in arms. Come over there and get beat, you come over and swat that thing away. Well, Drexel does look a little like Tim, doesn't he?
He does, you're right. Both extremely good-looking guys.
Well, his brother's got that mouse under his eye. He got hit in the eye as well. He's been, they tried to glue it up, but he had to take a couple stitches.
Dixon, not gonna happen. Drexel again on the boards.
My goodness, this man is a beast tonight. 8 rebounds for Drexel.
Drexel stops, pops. Heavy rebound, Drexel trying to kick it out to Milstead, but it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, a little too fast that time. He kind of threw that one like it was a rattlesnake was on the basketball. He got his 9th board, but wanted to fire one back out to the outside for the 3-point shot, but his teammate wasn't exactly where he thought he was going to be.
Well, it's 12 of 14 from the free throw line. Just 2 trips there for KC. They're 1 of 2. Giles. Back out. Bishop.
Watch Bishop. He'll shoot it from way out there.
Not much there. Way back near side. Kicked out Dixon. He's not going to throw it up at 3. Looks to move.
Give credit where credit is due, Barry. That was a wonderful move for the big man. Took it all the way from the 3-point line, got it inside the letters, then put a little spin move to a right shoulder turn and a left-hand hook. That was big time.
Three-pointer is short by Tim Finke. Bishop on the run. Approaching a minute to go. Up high off the glass.
Nobody in the WAC does that better than the little man Bishop there. Using that left shoulder to guard the defender away and then flipping it back up over on the right side for 5'8" guy. He does get that one to fall quite a bit.
Marley is up by 20 and still fired up.
Well, he knows that it's momentum. That's what I was talking about. He doesn't even know you're down 20. Now the offense starts clicking a little bit. You get a couple buckets, you feel a little bit better about yourself after a slow start. Look at this man. He's going to go 90 feet with this basketball all the way to the other end. Nobody's able to stop him. And like you say, Coach Marley doesn't like that. He's only got 65 seconds left to go to the half. You got a bad three-point shot by Finke on one end, which led to the run out the other way. Coach Marley's going to pull their chain and make sure that they got their heads locked in here and finish this half off correctly.
Finkies are out there, Drexel, Milstead, and Carlos Johnson for the Lopes.
Yeah, kind of a smallish lineup outside of the 6'10" big Finke out there. He's the lone big out there with a bunch of guards. Small forward types.
Labor, again, seeing limited minutes. Milstead kicked out, Michael Finke.
Wasn't no way Finke was going to take that three, and not after Coach Marley just called that timeout.
I kind of wanted him to shoot it.
No, sir.
Okay. Drexel drives, up high, not there, rebound, Tim Finke. Johnson drives, foul.
Yeah, they got a leak underneath there. That was a nice job again by Carlos Johnson. So the message at that timeout was take the ball inside, stop taking these outside shots. That's why Finke didn't shoot that one from the corner. Another one came out there and Carlos Johnson got that thing. He went right back inside as well.
Take it inside. UMKC committing fouls, and the Lopes are doing well at the free throw line.
Drexel's going to get a little extra time on the bench here. He's had himself one heck of a first half.
Jared Martin on the court for Drexel.
Got a nice hand from the student body.
Havocs know the game.
Ray Johnson now. This guy's got 14 points, 15 points in this game. 4-7 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3.
Richardson trying to set his team up here.
They're going to go high pick and roll and see if Bishop can work.
Oh, shutting it down! Shutting it down! Where's he going? It's 5 on the shot clock. Giles trying to drive on Finke. Oh, he puts it in. That was all Giles.
Got to get it off quick.
Roos started 4 of 20. They finished 5 of 8, 41-23. Lopes on top at the half.
Great job by the Lopes defensively. The intensity was fantastic. Forced a ton of turnovers.
Let's send it down to Kate.
All right, thank you guys. Well, Coach, a pretty steady 20-point lead over the team in the first half. What stands out to you the way your team went out there and established the tone against a strong Roos team?
Yeah, we started on defense. You know, we held them scoreless, got some rebounds, made some shots. Did a pretty good job on this end, so we have to do a better job. I think I got too many offensive rebounds. I think they had 6 or 7, which is way too many, but we're doing a good job defensively.
And in the past few games, we've seen the team really light it up from beyond the arc tonight, 5 of 10 shooting from three-point range. What do you see that's been fueling the team's success on their shot selection and also getting them to go?
Probably a little bit of both shot selection, and we're a better team, shooting team than we've been showing, so hopefully we've turned the corner a little bit on that, but I think the guys that are supposed to be shooting are shooting them.
All right, thank you very much, Coach Marley. Complimentary until the very end, guys. It wouldn't be Dan Marley if he didn't throw in some fun. And, of course, I'm sure he's very eager to head into the locker room to check in on one of his star players, Oscar Freyer, as well.
41-21. Yeah, we'll keep you updated on Oscar Freyer. Goes down with that apparent ankle injury. Lowest opponent scoring in the opening half of the season here in Phoenix is 21 by UMKC. It's been GCU in this opening half. Kate will be back with more of our halftime festivities from GCU Arena after we take this time out. So please, leave it right here.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
UU use the latest technology to treat patients, but your care and compassion is timeless. And as an RN, you delight in sharing it. But there's always room to grow. Advancing your career means helping more patients and providing even more care. Grand Canyon University's online programs in nursing make it convenient for you to become the expert every patient deserves. Healthcare has made significant advancements, and GCU teaches you how to prepare for the future. By applying that knowledge, you're able to stay up to date with the latest medical technologies. And since GCU's nursing programs are online, you can access your program from anywhere, so you're always there for those most important.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Right now, the crowd here at GCU Arena being entertained by the amazing Sonic. That is the halftime show. But first half, the show was all about the Lopes, who take a 20-point lead at the break, 41-21 over the Kangaroos of Kansas City right now. And we welcome you back to the Lopes halftime show. I'm Kate Longworth, and we've been impressed so far with what the basketball team has brought in this 2 games that they are home here, but we are also impressed when you head out to the greens here at Grand Canyon University, and that's because we're here to talk now men's golf. I'm joined by golf coach Mark Mueller and junior sensation Jake Janin. And guys, thanks so much for being here. And coach, we've seen you guys do some impressive things out there, so looking forward to this season and what your team's all about. What can fans be on the lookout for?
Yeah, for us it's pretty simple. Let's get to regionals. And that's really it. We feel like we have the talent to do it. We just got to get a little better every day, and we want to get to regionals and then see where we go from there, and hopefully get to the national tournament.
Yeah, and you guys were runners-up in the WAC last year. You know what the competition is all about. How do you continue to get your team ready to go out there, break records, and make headlines for GCU?
Yeah, I mean, last year we knew that we fell short of what our goal was. It was really disappointing, but it's a new year. We have to learn from that and just know that when we have the opportunity again, we got to be ready and just go play golf.
And one guy who always seems to be ready when he steps out on the course, Jake, you won the Arizona Amateur, and you go out there, defend your title in each and every area. You've done it all already, but it doesn't seem like you're stopping your game. So what are your personal goals for the upcoming season?
My personal goals, just try to get more consistent, try to improve daily. Obviously, I've got a long way to go. As I say that, but I've got 1 semester and I've got 1 more year left, so I'm going to try to make the most out of everything I can and just go from there.
And you started getting attention here in Arizona when you were back in high school at Thunderbird, and you decided to keep your game here in state. What was the draw to playing golf here at GCU?
The biggest thing for me was to the weather was too good. A lot of my offers that I had were back in the cold, and I didn't really want to do that. My family's here. Everyone that supports me is around me to help me build and grow and, become who I am is here. So it made perfect sense. So. Speaking
of the weather, the team does head to Hawaii at the end of February. If you need a caddy, I know Barry, Scott, and I, we are available. But looking at the schedule from February in Hawaii throughout the season, what stands out to you with the competition?
Yeah, it's definitely a good competition we have coming up, and I'm excited. Yeah, going to Hawaii in February is not bad at all. It's always awesome, so I always look forward to that. But yeah, we got a good spring season coming up, so I'm really excited about it.
Coach, talking to Jake just about wanting to keep his game here in Arizona, you two have gone out there and signed 3 players from Arizona for the upcoming season, including one of his former teammates at Thunderbird. Why is it important for you to keep the top golfers in our state here playing for GCU?
It's important just for the simple fact that, it says that GCU is the place to go. It's not just some other school. GCU is a place where you can go. We can win at a high level, and you can come here and get really good for 4 years and then be a professional golfer once you leave.
And how does does the GCU golf course support this plan and give you an active recruiting tool to play with?
It's made the biggest difference in the world. Like for us, it's just, there's no excuses now for the guys not to get better. They have a place that they can call theirs, and they can go there and get better every day and really get as good as they want to get.
All right, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you the best of luck, and Jake, keep it up out there. Meanwhile, we hope the Lopes will keep up what they did in the first half. They have a 20-point lead, giving Scott and Barry plenty to talk about when we return right after this with the Lopes Halftime Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Canyon State Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
Hi, I'm Brittany, and this is Ask GCU. Hi, I'm Brittany Holwyn, and you should watch Ask GCU,
where we answer your questions every week.
And the points don't matter. Wait, what?
Tune in every week for answers to be questioned.
Where we answer your questions in a common... I'm a
professional answer! Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Came through drippin', came through drippin', came through drippin', diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice. Came through drippin', came through drippin'.
Mountain Dew Ice, a clear, refreshing lemon lime.
Back in the desert. Beautiful evening in Phoenix for the Lopes. They are up by 20, 41-21 over the Roos from UMKC. Barry Vitale, Scott Williams back with you. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday evening. Lopes fans certainly are here after the opening half. It's been a raining threes here. The points have been piling up for GCU in the opening half.
It was a fantastic half. The 41 points was phenomenal. They did it both from behind the arc, like you said, raining threes, but also going inside as well. Carlos Johnson really pushing that attack in the middle.
Let's check out our Dignity Health halftime highlights and stats. Dignity Health, hello human kindness. Michael Finke in the corner.
Michael Finke was on fire. I mean, knocks down 2 threes. He's got 8 of their first 10 points, and the Lopes are off and running. And then, unfortunately, you get a defensive play here. Great steal by the double team there. Brer comes up with the rebound, but just gets clipped from behind, and that right ankle gets twisted, and he was not able to return in that first half. And then you got Richfield out here from the three-point shot after an 0-for-8 start. He gets that 3 to go, and then one bucket leads to 2 is Bishop. He knocks in the long three-point shot to beat the buzzer. And then Carlos Johnson, he was the story in that first half off the bench. Too big, too strong, too fast. Constantly attacking that basket inside that paint. He had 15 points, an easy 2 there, then steps from behind the arc where he was 1 of 3 shooting that ball from behind the arc. And then there's one here that didn't make Coach Marley real happy. Bishop going coast to coast. Coach Marley gets a quick timeout there, gets his team righted before the half. But one of the stories in that first half was Trey Drexel, the Nutty Professor, doing a great job on the defensive glass. He had 9 boards in the first half alone. He had 14 boards in a game against Seattle earlier in the season, but defense and rebounding is the thing that's really done a good job right here for the GCU. 32% for the Roos. They got 21 boards to just 18, and then the bench points have been huge. 18-5 advantage.
Wow, look at the three-pointers because KC came out, they're red hot from the arc, just 2 of 11 while the Lopes are hitting 50%.
And you gotta love the fact that the Lopes are going to be an aggressive team. 16 free throws in that first half. Not only are they playing defense, they're playing defense without fouling. In UMKC, only 2 trips to the free throw line.
Well, we hope the best for Oscar Freyer going down with that ankle injury. And then Ollie Laver, he's got to get that game back. He's got to provide some quality minutes on the court.
Yeah, Laver's got to get it going for sure. He had a bucket inside early when he went right to the basket with a strong left hand. Got to see Milstead do better with the basketball, too. 5 turnovers in that first half. He looked sloppy on the offensive end. His defense was fantastic, but let's see if he can get one that can get himself or get Laver going.
Lopes up by 20. Kate will be back with more of our halftime show before we tip off the second half. 41-21, Lopes over the Rouge.
Label me.
You know you want to.
Don't be shy.
You do it behind my back.
So say it to my face. Hey, you don't know me.
You know what I am?
I'm a pitcher.
I'm a striker.
I'm a point guard.
I'm a linebacker.
I'm a setter. Shortstop. High jumper.
Wrestler.
Defender.
Goalie.
Student.
Student athletes.
That's who we are.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career, while also making sure you have time for yourself and your family. Today, you can learn anywhere and anytime, giving kids a look into the technological advances that pushed you forward. Being strong and compassionate makes you a role model through this formative period in their lives. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders and innovators to reach for their dreams. You're giving them the tools they need to achieve them.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
The Lopes continuing to take advantage of their home court right now at halftime. The score reads 41-21 over Kansas City. Leading the way for the Rouge so far in the first half was Bishop. He has 7 points to his name as we check out the Streets of New York leading scorers from the first half. Streets of New York, pizza, pasta, and subs for over 40 years. Meanwhile, Giles with 5 points to his name. The Rouge averaging, coming into this game, just over 8 threes in the last 12 games. But so far tonight, GCU holding them to 2 from 11 from the three-point range. Meanwhile, the Lopes shooting 50% from beyond the arc. Leading the way off the bench is Carlos Johnson. Meanwhile, Michael Vicky with 4 rebounds. And Drexel, only 2 points to his name, but strong on the boards. He has 9 rebounds. And as we said, Carlos Johnson, he is the story right now for that second team, as Dan Marley refers to him as. He has 15 points. Stepping up in a big way as one of his teammates did go down early, Oscar Freyer, with looked like some ankle trouble in the first half. So now, guys, 20-point lead. A pretty happy Dan Marley at the break, and we'll see what the Lopes have in store for us in the second half.
Thank you, Kate. Lopes trying to improve to 9-0 on their home court this season, and more importantly, 5-1 in a very tough Western Athletic Conference. Oscar Freyer on the end of the bench there. They don't play again until a week from tonight. We hope for the very best for the high-flying Oscar Freyer. Positive thoughts, all Lopes fans.
Yeah, send a couple prayers up, too. That thing will heal quickly.
Laver kicked out. Johnson, tried a no-look pass, unsuccessful. Bishop moves right, just inside the arc. Leaves it there. Giles, Nesbitt Jr. Leak. Tries something again. Bishop left. Giles down the corner. McKissick drives. Nothing there. Wow, they should have picked it off. Still there. A fresh 30 on the shot clock. Too many chances.
Nailed it right there. Too many chances right there. Not enough people coming back and getting on that glass. Help those bigs out underneath.
Good work by Milstead on the press. Finke leaves for Drexel all the way near side. Johnson, here we go with the three. Good!
Well, nobody comes within 10 feet of Carlos Johnson. He says, if I got that much space, I'm free to fire. Kid's on fire tonight. He's going to get a career high.
Heating up in Phoenix, no doubt.
Got 18 points right now.
Never so close to a career high as Carlos Johnson.
This one right here. Finke just skips it all. Excuse me, Drexel's the one that skips it all the way across court. And no defender within 10 feet. He pulls over the bench and gives him the old three salute.
McKissick inside, Giles working on Finke, not going to go. Laver with the rebound.
I dodged the ball right there. They keep getting the ball that close to the basket. Good things are going to happen for Kansas City. Lopes did a good job taking all that away in the first half. A little lethargic so far defensively coming out of that locker room here in the second.
Michael Finke too heavy. Drexel another rebound.
Can't say enough about the job that this kid has done on the glass here tonight.
Just out working, out hustling. Laver pulls down, twist, turns, working on League. Not there, tap back is. Good work by Laver.
That was a great job. I love that spin move, and probably didn't know he had a high percentage to finish that one, but he was right there to make sure he cleaned it up.
Oh, look at that. That's
I tell you what, I can't tell how many looked like. Excuse me, it looked like Bishop had 3 legs. He was running so fast.
Ooh. Picked off. Heavy traffic. Milstead's going to be called for the foul.
Go back to Oscar Laver right there. Big guy comes running at you. You put the ball on the floor, you take it hard to the rack.
Timeout on the court. Coaching staff, UMKC pretty adamant. Richardson over there with the official. The official's at the table taking a look. Last play under review. This is perhaps the most dramatic television you'll ever see.
Go back to this one more time, and Drexel goes into that spin move right there, and it's knocked to the ground. Who is that came over and committed that foul? Is this Milstead?
Yeah, Milstead did it. Just kind of grabbed him by the waist.
Yeah, Milstead just comes over and says, "Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and take that foul, so we don't give up a fast break layup the other end." Nice job getting that foul. One thing you want to make sure you do is stay in front of that offensive player as he's rushing down the floor. Sometimes I've seen it where you try to get the intentional foul and the refs don't even give you the call. Next thing you know, that guy's off to the races and he goes and lays the ball in the basket.
We just saw it twice. Grabbed him around the waist. Is that what they're looking at?
I've given up on some of these replays. They have bothered me for years now. Some of the things that get reviewed. Just makes for an unclean game. This game was flowing so nicely. Lopes certainly don't want to see this thing slow down. They got UMKC up against the ropes. They don't want to give them a standing 8 count here and let them get their footing. They always say if you got someone down, you got to keep them down. Never give a sucker an even break. All those sports idioms that
was good
come into play. And Coach Marley's like, what is going on? Hey, give them the ball, give them free throws, whatever. Let's just keep this thing moving.
Coach Richardson, 71-108 overall in his 6th season as head coach. Former assistant at Louisville for Petito, at Xavier, and at Drake before he took over as head coach at UMKC. Flagrant 1.
I'm gonna bite my lip on that one. Flagrant, okay. All right, give it 2 free throws, get the ball, let's keep going. I can't bite my lip. That's the weakest flagrant one I've ever seen. The guy tries to take an intentional foul. All he did was grab him around the waist. Didn't throw the guy to the floor. Didn't hit him above the shoulders. Unbelievable.
Bishop to his right. Giles looking to drive on Drexel. Loses the ball. Nearly went off of Drexel.
And one more time here, coming on. Drexel's coming down here on a guarding position there. And to me, it seemed like that ball.
Take a look at that one.
The blue chest, not the white chest.
Nesbitt Jr. Heavy off the window. Big rebound, Bishop. Oh, my.
Well, that must be a flagrant, too, because he actually got hit and fell to the floor.
Let her review it.
Hey, the officials are starting a bad precedent out here with flagrant fouls and routine basketball plays. These are big, strong young men. Let them play.
Giles. Lake. Picked off Drexel. Put it into it. Oh, up high. That's the second time Lake's gone above the rim.
Drexel is doing his thing defensively on the boards. He's doing his things defensively, getting steals. I love this one coast to coast. I would have liked to see him go up here and try to flush this, though. Yeah. Knowing the big guys coming behind you, and he was throwing down some monster jams in the layup line. Use that ability in the game, young man. Could have been an and one situation.
They even got louder in here. That was interesting. Laver.
Oh, he's got to find that outlet man faster than that. I know there's some traffic you're waiting to clear, but there was a fast break opportunity to be had.
Rosted. Drexel. On by McKissick. Laver. Back to Drexel. Carlos Johnson, far side.
Yeah, feed the big man. He's on fire.
Finke looking to move. Drives baseline. Lake came out for support. Twist. Big right hand. That's short. Drexel grabbing at the rebound. Possession arrow belongs to KC.
I think Michael Finke and Trey Drexel have the same pregame meal. These guys have been battling and strapping hard all game long. I mean, how many boards now? I'm losing track here. That's got to be 11 boards there for Trey Drexel. We got 10 official boards, but I give him 11 if I'm calling the coaches for rebounding.
Dixon trying to get it down low, up high, Milstead. Finke.
Good job by UMKC getting back after that turnover, not allowing the transition bucket.
Carlos Johnson pulls down, drives baseline. Hoop and a harm.
That's got to count. That has got to count.
Carlos Johnson, a new career high. Previous high 19 2 years ago against Arizona State University.
Yeah, see, that's where I like CJ. I mean, he can fall in love with that three if he wants to, but that's where his bread and butter needs to be, taking that thing to the rack.
Now courtside, Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. I am joined by Ann Pearson, head coach of the softball team here at GCU. And last year, I know you guys fell just short of your goal with that WAC tournament, but nevertheless, it was an impressive season. As you head into your 6th season, Division I level play, what are you anticipating and how have you seen the program grow?
Well, it always helps us, obviously, to play the tough competition, and I was just so pleased with the kids' tenacity and battle at the end of the year last year. Even though we came up short in the tournament, it was a great year all the way around, and we sure learned a lot, and we're just going to keep continuing to learn, keep continuing to fight.
Yeah, and you reference the competition. You guys certainly stack it for the non-conference play, going up against the best. You have Oklahoma coming to town once again. They were, of course, the 2017 champs, as well as the defending national champs, Florida State. You'll meet them in March. How does competition like this prepare you for the WAC season and hopefully beyond?
Well, we get to learn from these tremendous athletes and these tremendous coaches, and it's such a great opportunity for us. We get to fill the stands of our brand new stadium, and you know, it just really gets us ready. It prepares us. It puts us in pressure situations all the time, so that when we get into conference and also the conference tournament, we just feel more prepared.
And of course, the women are flashing the glove on the diamond. However, they are truly student athletes. The team has the best GPA of any Division I softball program, a combined 3.790 last year. Absolutely impressive. What does it mean to you that the players are able to go out there and accomplish such?
Well, I love that they buy into the academic side of it. I mean, that's a big part of it, and that's what they're going to do to support themselves and their families. And we have to put the student first and student athletes, and I really appreciate that they buy into that philosophy. We've had that philosophy for 16 years, so I'm really proud of their hard work.
And you truly recruit the best athletes out there. How does the facilities here at GCU play into that, specifically with the new stadium?
Well, the facility's beautiful, and it's a great experience for our fans, which we love having the stands full. We're drawing really well, and that helps with the weather, and it helps with everything in terms of a fan experience, and then certainly being able to get top recruits in because they get to play on a great field in a great stadium. So, so it does definitely help us in recruiting, and we just love being able to be out there every day.
Thank you very much. We wish you the best of luck.
And Pearson, unbelievable job at head coach softball, a long time here at GCU. What a great program. Labor picks that one off.
The defense has been absolutely fantastic in this game for the Lopes. They're holding them to 32, make that 31% shooting for the game, and just a ton of turnovers here tonight.
9 steals for the Lopes. The bench 23-5 outscoring KC. 20 of those points from Carlos Johnson. Dixon underneath. Good work by him. Doesn't drop. Giles gets the rebound. He can't put it home. KC will retain possession. How about, we've been looking to see if we could get some Thin Mints up here because they're tossing out Girl Scout cookies. But Tim Salmon's down there, the former GCU standout. He went on to play some baseball in the major leagues. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah, he did. Excellent pitch.
Did pretty well.
He was with the Angels for a long time, wasn't he?
Yeah. Great to see Tim.
The most valuable player for the American League, yeah. Looks like it's still hurling.
Yeah, come on, Tim. How about sharing some of those? That's
who's got the Thin Mints.
You put them in the
wrong
freezer.
month to give up sugar.
Oh, you sure did. Milstead. Oh, tried to get it over to Michael Finke. Bishop. What are they upset about?
Habits were given up.
Oh, Bishop apparently hit a. Oh, he ran into it. Habits looking out for their own here.
Another turnover. They're going to get labored down there in the paint for 3-second violation.
Good grief.
A game that GCU was playing so well in the first half, and they come out of that locker room. I got 10 points in a little over 5 minutes, but it has not been with the same efficiency or tenacity or intensity. Something's lacking. I know it's hard. It's human nature. You get up 24 points, you get a little bit lackadaisical. So they just got to get refocused here. This is not a team you want to play around with. They can find their groove here. There's a lot of time left in this game.
Foul called on the Lopes number 11, Milstead.
Milstead called for the foul, his third.
Yeah, and the 4th team foul. If you remember in the first half, they didn't get their 4th team foul until about 3 minutes to go in the first half. So they're getting beat to some basketballs, a little late to get to position. You don't want to put the Roos, who only shot 2 free throws in the first half, start putting them on the line here in the second.
Martin in for Milstead. Giles turns to his left.
Giles is a nice little player. I mean, team's struggling, and he hasn't been absolutely tearing it up, but he keeps putting pressure on the defense. Now he's got 5 points and been inside, attacking the taller players most of this early second half.
Well, the Lopes went to the line plenty in the opening half. Now KC's taking it to the basket, creating these opportunities.
I wonder, we talk about this environment with the Havocs and the band and the cheerleaders and the dancers.
I wonder if it just had an overall effect on UMKC in that first half where they were just rattled offensively. I mean, all the turnovers, all the poor shooting. Seem to be finding their stride here as about the last 10 minutes of play, but for the most part, in that first half, they let this environment get to them.
Yeah. Different half for the Roos. 6 offensive rebounds early on. Drexel on by Whitfield. Martin quickly into Labor. Labor working on Dixon. Back out, Martin feeds it right back to Labor. Right hand muscles his way over Dixon.
That's just a hard-working basketball player right there. And I love the pass by Martin. As soon as he got it, he threw it right back into his big, who he knows he's got to get off the launch pad.
Rings out the three-point attempt.
There's 11 boards for Drexel.
Johnson feeds it back to Drexel off the window. That was a good-looking play.
It's just old school basketball, old give and go. I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to go to the rack, and you get it back to me.
Allen loses it. Quickly up for Johnson. Oh, no thank you, McKissick. Whitfield, the three. Big rebound, Michael Finke.
Yeah, Michael Finke took a knee to the backside there that he did not appreciate.
2 of 13 from the arc are the Roos. Dixon up over the top.
Finke, he's having himself a game. 14 points, most of those in the first half. He's been on the glass, he's blocked a couple shots, he's got 5 boards.
Johnson inbound. Finke turns.
Trying to post Labor on that left block. And
look at him thread the needle. Trey Drexel!
Drexel now, he's doing the defense on the rebounding. Now he's getting into the scoring punch here. Back-to-back buckets for Drexel at the bucket.
Inching closer to a double-double for Trey Drexel. He's got a 6-0 run for GCU. Blumberg's at the table.
They're going to get Finke a little ride them too hard. Oh, no, they're going to say he stepped on the line.
Yeah.
He was sliding down there trying to use that baseline as another defender. I thought maybe he hipped him out of bounds, but officials let a play go on and stepped down the line.
Blumberg's in for Michael Finke.
This could be 30 points this trip down, 30 or 31.
Drexel moving on Whitfield, near side. Looks right, Blumbergs comes out, there's a foul away. Looks like they may have got Brandon Suggs.
Yeah, Suggs and Labor down there wrestling on that painted area trying to get an advantage. Suggs didn't want to give it to him. He said, no, sir, you're not posting me up. I'm going to go ahead and commit the foul. Look at that. I think arms all locked in there, hips, butts, bodies, all kind of stuff happening down there. Official said, no, sir. That's too much.
Wilstead comes back in for Drexel. Lopes shooting 63.6% here in the second half. KC 16.7%. Oh, that was ill-advised.
Yeah, he was trying to thank for his teammate there.
Martin came up strong. Wilstead stepped out. How about Martin?
Yeah, how about Martin right here? This is he'll take the charge, or he'll go up and say, okay, I'll meet you at the 10th floor, baby.
Straight
nice
up.
job. And says you will not get that easy bucket. It cracked me up as I'm not sure who that UMKC player that got knocked to the floor. Martin tried to pick him up, and the guy said, no, sir, I don't want you to pick me up. You just threw me down. He got waiting for one of his teammates to come help him up. I don't understand why guys can't get themselves off the floor anymore. That's one of the things that drives me crazy. See in the pro game, see guys run over to try to help a guy off the floor faster than they get back on defense sometimes.
I need help at getting up at my age.
Yeah, exactly.
These young kids, come on.
Giles not able to get that outside shot to go. And notice there was no blue jerseys down there on the offensive end that time. They were doing a good job of that in the first part of this second half, but on that possession, there wasn't anybody down there in that painted area. Labor's trying to work out.
Suggs again. Timeout on the court. 11:44 to go, second half. It's been all GCU. They lead at 57-29 over UMKC.
About time we watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
Tonight's GCU men's basketball game on your view and GCU.tv is brought to you in part by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness. By Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. And by BSN Sports, the largest provider of team sports equipment and apparel in the country. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth. GCU Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. Lopes lead at 57-29 over UMKC. The Lopes looking to improve to 5-1 in the conference, while KC comes in 2-1. Student athlete appreciation night here, GCU Arena. See some of the athletes. Golf team just made their way out during the break.
I should be on that golf team. I had 4 birdies yesterday up at Silverleaf. Woo! Finishing the top 4, cash a little bit. Love it.
Nice shot by Blumberg.
How about this kid? Robert's doing work with the left hand.
Loose ball on the floor, went out.
Boy, when it rains, it pours. I'll tell you what, UMKC can't do anything right now. They get a timeout, they draw up a play, they come back out. They give up a bucket on one end, and they're just trying to grab the basketball as it's going out of bounds. You love your player diving for the ball.
Timeout on the floor.
But I guess they got a timeout before the turnover. I thought he wanted to went outside, but they got a timeout. Go on down to Kate.
Nice toss down to Kate.
Someone toss it down to Kate.
All right, guys, thank you. Well, as you said earlier, it's raining threes, and that's really been the theme for the Lopes in their past 4 games. They came into tonight's action shooting just under 38% from beyond the arc, and tonight pretty hot from three-point range as well. 6 of 13 right now. Jared Martin has been strong, 6 of 7 in those 4 games. We mentioned Oscar Freyer, 8 of 16, shooting 50%. And Tim Binky, 4 of 7. And tonight, over 50% for the majority of the time. We had a chance to talk with Dan Marley at the half, and that was something that he said he's been very pleased with. He attributes it to some strong shot selection from the team. And, you know, we've heard Dan say he'll never get mad at his players if they take a good shot. If they're wide open for the shot, he wants them taking it. He feels like they've been strong on that selection from three-point range. Of course, in true Dan Marley fashion, he also said, I don't know, though. I think some of the guys who should be shooting it from three-point range still aren't there. Dan always demanding the best from his team, but so far, when you look at the lead they've been able to chip away on this Roos team, a lot of that goes to what they've been able to do from beyond the arc.
No doubt about it. Looking sharp from three-point land. 6 of 13. Well, LaRue's just 2 of 14.
Well, see, I like 6 of 13. I mean, 13's the number that I like. I like the fact that they made 6 of them, but 13's the number I like. You don't need to shoot three-point shots against this team. You can go inside and bang them for easy 2s or, you know, get fouled and go to the line. There's some teams you can't go attack inside. You might need to shoot more threes against. 13 is the right number thus far in the game against this opponent.
Near side, Whitfield. Looks inside. Suggs. Foul.
Nice move by Suggs. He was getting beat up on the other end on defense, and this time he does a nice little start a player out to the middle right here. I love this, and then snap it back to the baseline where there's no help from the defender. Go up strong, get that body contact. Good job by that young man.
3 on Labor.
That was wide right.
Suggs coming in 18% from the free throw line. 2 of 11 now, 2 of 12.
That stroke looks real good there. That looked more like a 80% shooter than an 18% shooter.
Break the press. Martin on the run. Kicked out. Labor. Working on the diminutive Whitfield. Down underneath. Blumbergs. Oh, he's fouled. Tried to move around it.
Yeah, he tried to take the basketball from the side of the rim around to the front of the rim, but remember on Thursday night when he was just saying, I don't care who's in front of me, I'm just going to dunk it? Just go. Just go with that power and attack and say, if you block it, I'll shake your hand. He still got the foul there, but you know, that was the most impressive thing when we hadn't seen Blumbergs for a while. The most impressive thing that he did was just say, I don't care who or what is in front of me, I am going through it.
Decisive margin by GCU.
Yeah, this is their largest lead of the game. Isn't it 31 now?
Oh, yeah. McKissick drives on Martin.
Did you think this game was going to be this easy? I certainly didn't.
Nope.
I thought UMKC was going to give them a tough task. I mean, they were 2-0, looked good in both their games, and had a. This is what I'm talking about. Wow. They put the press on, and the Loops brought out their cookie cutter and sliced that thing right up, and it ends up with Blumbergs ripping the rim out of the backboard. Oh, Thin Mints are flying everywhere.
My goodness.
I will break my diet for some Thin Mints
tonight. Could the Habits get a better arm, make it all the way up to 103? Off the window.
I don't think they're even trying to hit us.
I don't think so. I don't.
Because I'm seeing them fly to the upper deck.
Milstead. Bounce pass.
One time.
Labor. 3. Good! We're having a party Saturday night. GCU Arena.
Yeah, more cookies going out. I'll tell you what.
Oh my God.
Throwing them in from everywhere right now.
For everybody.
Oh, that one was close. One thing I like about this team is they are really moving the basketball. I mean, they've had Carlos Johnson. He's been hot in this game. He's got 21 points, but it's been a little bit of everybody just willingness to give up the ball.
Oh. Allen from the corner.
Yeah, he hadn't done anything all night, and he punches one in from that right corner in front of the bench. Look at this one more time. Best way to break a press is to keep the ball off the floor and throw it ahead. Bam. They come right back again. Milstead, who hasn't been able to do much offensively. A nice dish with a bounce pass over to the big man. Right where he can catch it, just above his waistband. One motion, catch and shoot. I used to get passes like that from Allen Iverson, right on top of my shoelaces. I gotta bend down, try to pick him up off my shoelaces, or I'll throw it way up over my head where I gotta jump just about 4 or 5 inches off the floor, throw me off rhythm. And the reason why he did that, Barry, it took me a little while to figure it out. It wasn't that the kid was a bad passer. It was he didn't want me to shoot it. Yep. He wanted to be able to run back over to me and get the ball back for me so that he could shoot it.
That's very selfish.
Selfish. That's why he never won a championship.
Talking about practice.
Talking about practice, not the games.
Again, Tim Salmon guarding those Thin Mints.
Let's send Jared down there to grab us a box.
I think so.
He doesn't do much during the game anyway, does he? I was just smiling, Jared. I'm running out of things to say over here with the team up by 30 points. Now I'm getting hungry.
Oh, wait, what? He's got thin mints.
Oh, I can smell them. Turnover by the Lopes, trying to be a little too unselfish on that possession.
You said you had 4 birdies?
I did. I was out there golfing up at Silver Lake. They have a Friday game at 26 teams. My team, I was with a blind partner. You don't know who you're going to get. So everyone plays, and then they pick names out of a hat to find out who your partner is going to be at the end. So we ham and egged it pretty good to tie for 3rd, but we lost in a scorecard playoff, so we actually finished 4th. The good news is it's a bit of a buy-in to play in the game, but I got my buy-in money back for finishing 4th.
That's a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Talk about a good day. How about Seminole Country Club down in Florida? Larry Fitzgerald playing with President Obama. What? Hits a hole-in-one.
Oh, that is nice. First of all, to be able to play with Obama, my favorite president, and then to get a hole-in-one that day as well. Yeah. I got a 2 yesterday, but a 1's always better than a 2.
That's what I understand. Ready to defend his Pebble Beach title is Larry Fitzgerald.
I'm playing that Waste Management Open Pro-Am one day.
Yeah, Coach
all you Thunderbirds out there paying attention tonight, the big fella, big wheel play. I can make some birdies. I'll put it in tight on 16.
Oh. Yep, Rich Reed, the producer, he'll carry your bags.
Sweet.
Kick back out, Martin for 3. Oh, it doesn't go. Tim Finke got a hand on it.
Down and it squirted back out. Martin, who we talked about in that 3-point package that Kate put together, had 6 of 7 coming into this game from behind the arc in recent ball games. And that one, I'll tell you what, that was like 6.5 because that was halfway down.
7 of 15 tonight from the arc.
What is that contraption on his shooting hand? I think it's something to do with his thumb.
Looks like a bowler. Good.
Yeah, Whitfield.
Kick back out. Michael Finke. Martin up to Milstead. 8-0 run.
Motion offense for the Lopes. Trying to get their offense going.
Milstead drives, floater, off the window.
Yeah, that's a nice play right there. You get team starts getting used to that motion across the top and then expect you to come into that dribble handoff, and you just snap it back, and instead of coming outside, you go inside.
Roy drives. Not going to happen. Blumberg's with the rebound.
It's nice to see Blumberg's get some action. And 6 points. Got a rebound there. I like that kid. A lot of people would have folded their tents, not getting any playing time in his 2nd season, but he's really stayed with it.
Inside of Blumberg's, goes over him. Picked off, loose ball, Martin. After Whitfield had picked it off. Marley, you can hear him up here.
Transition rub. I don't know exactly what happens during transition rub, but I think it's going to be that handoff action. They were just, they're going to rub Blumberg's to the post.
Up and over Blumberg's on the air and toss. Find Amari Milstead. Timeout on the court, 6:44 to go, 2nd half. The lead is 68-42 for GCU in the game. They have had a decisive lead in this game throughout the course of this basketball game as they look to improve to a perfect 9-0 on their home court. How about Carlos Johnson having a career night tonight?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, 24 points off that bench, and 21 of them rather have come from Carlos Johnson. And I always say he's best when he's going towards the basket, but he's shown the ability tonight that maybe he has been working on this outside shot. Looking a lot better. The rotation and spin on the ball is much better than it had been. Putting a little bit more air underneath the ball on the rim, and it is falling through nicely for CJ.
21 points, previous career high 19, approximately 2 years ago as a member of Washington against Arizona State. And we send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, as we can see, Carlos Johnson tonight doing all he can do for the team to punch their ticket to the dance come March. But let's take a look at how the rest of the college landscape is looking when it comes to Division I hoops. Here's the top 25. Don't memorize it, though, because it's going to change. Duke, the top-ranked team, suffered their first loss earlier this week. Did bounce back, though, today beating Virginia, which hands Virginia its first loss of the season. Michigan also fell victim today, which means all these teams in the top 5 are falling and suffering their first losses. Tennessee, however, still coming out on top, so we'll see if they move to the new #1 spot. And in the next 10 group, Florida State at 11, Kentucky 12, and Scott Williams, North Carolina Tar Heels in that 13th spot. They did take the win today at Miami, 85-76, a final there. 17, NC State got the win over Notre Dame, 77-73. And rounding off the top 25, Houston at 21, Villanova, Iowa, Mississippi State, Indiana. But again, a lot is changing as 3 of the top 4 have suffered their first losses this week. So we'll see how the top 25 looks in the week ahead.
Yeah, who will be #1 when the polls come out next week? It'll be interesting. Will Duke stay in that top spot with that big win over #4 Virginia? Michigan losing, and Tennessee not looking very good against Alabama. They squeaked one out.
Duke's got to be there, followed by Tennessee, right?
I would think Tennessee is going to move up a spot, probably get to the 2nd spot. Virginia probably drop down to 4 or 5. Carolina probably move up a tick or 2.
Drexel takes the charge.
Kansas lost, #7 Kansas. I know they were missing their junior big man, but they got beat pretty bad today, and I would have thought they would have been able to pull one. I'm not saying they got beat bad. It was a bad loss. It was a close game. They should have been able to win that one.
Duke without their guard, Trey Jones. Tim Finke. Lundberg's gave him a little bit of support. Drexel slashes in, stops, pops. Good! Hey, Trey Drexel! That's a double-double.
Yeah, that's Drexel's spot right there. A couple rhythm dribbles back to his left. Getting anywhere as close to that free throw line as he can. Stops and pops as good as anybody in the Western Athletic Conference from that distance.
Doesn't go for Caleb Roy. So the Lopes beat Chicago State 80-46. There's 5.5 to go here. They lead at 70-42.
It's funny, I was just wondering if they could hold this Roos team under 50 points. Is that where you were going?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the defense going to really have to tighten up down the stretch, but they got a chance at it.
Over the top. Roy, stop, trying to move on Laver.
How in the world did he squirt that thing but under the armpit of Laver and got it off the backboard and in? It was a greasy move.
Tim Finke comes back out. Who's playing it tight. Laver to Drexel. Seven on the shot clock. Tim Finke, 6, 5. Laver, 3, pulls down. Laver's going to be called. That's 4 on Laver.
Laver doesn't like the call as the big was still sliding to the basket, but it was Laver's dip of that right shoulder, I think, is what caused the whistle.
Suggs hands it off to Caleb Roy, the redshirt freshman from Shaker Heights, Ohio. Leak working on Laver. Drexel tried to pull it down. Laver. Up. Blumberg's off of the window.
Oh, big on big crime there going the other way. A little thievery, and with his eyes up like a guard, saw his big streaking down that left wing.
Blake for three. In and out. Tim Finke with a rebound. Milstead back out. Laver. Hands it off. Drexel. Get fouled there by Rob Whitfield.
Yeah, more free throws for Drexel. Just a little ball fake. Get the defender to come out a little too aggressively and then go to the basket and get that contact.
Timeout on the court. 3:46 to go. Lopes on top. 72-44 over UMKC. We'll take a timeout. Be back to close things out from Phoenix.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
Under 4 to go here at GCU Arena, but there's a reason for these folks to cheer right now. GCU with the commanding lead over the Kangaroos of Kansas City, 72-44. Let's take a look at the other WAC competition, how everyone's doing so far tonight. New Mexico State, 69-66 over Utah Valley right now. Meanwhile, UTRGV, they're on the road with a 3-6 record right now, tied with Seattle University, who's strong at home, although they have struggled a bit in WAC play. And at Bakersfield, Chicago State is up by 2 at the break. You guys know they are winless so far on the road this season. We saw them only score 46 points here at GCU Arena, but maybe they're going to make something special happen tonight at Bakersfield. Remember, Bakersfield does have sharing that top of the lead right now in the WAC with the Lopes, both with a 4-1 record coming into tonight's action. The Lopes looking like they'll hang on and move to 5-1. So Bakersfield takes the loss tonight, could make things even more exciting in WAC play. So we'll continue to follow how that one shapes up.
Sorry, I was distracted by the empty box of Thin Mints.
Me too. Jerry was going to pass some of those down this way. What's going on? Drexel. Yeah, going back to that line there. Yeah, Monty with that first into that 1-and-1.
11 for Drexel. 11 rebounds as well.
11-11, huh? Good numbers on the craps table.
That's my favorite number.
3:45 left to go in this one. We had a chance to see the Coach Marley clear his bench against Chicago State. I'll be interested to see whether he'll start getting some of these guys off the floor here and get some of those guys that work hard in practice some more opportunities here in the game.
Rafe Gertis sighted, perhaps. Drexel.
Yeah. Rafe had his game face on earlier today. I said hello to him. He didn't even smile, didn't acknowledge me. He was focused. He said, hey, he wasn't happy with the fact that he went 0 for 3 on Thursday night. He wants to get some action. He wants some action. He wants to score tonight.
All Blumberg's tried to take it unsuccessfully.
I'm so happy that young Slayer Drexel didn't get hurt on that play. He doesn't give up on anything. They're up 30 points, and he's trying to run down a guy on a fast break. He'd have fallen on his elbow or his knee out. I would have been upset. I know Coach Marley would have been real upset.
Caleb Roy took it to the bucket. Labor pulls down. Oh, he traveled. Good grief. Marley's seen enough. Michael Finke's coming in. Way too many turnovers.
Yeah, Coach Marley letting him know about it too. He's not happy when these guys make unforced errors out there on the floor. He got Finke up off that bench quickly. I mean, but that's what you want. You want the coach, even though they're up 30, he wants them to execute. He wants Laver especially to be the best he can be whenever he's out there on the floor, not worry about the score. He's going to coach him and try to make him a better player, so he's going to be ready for the stretch run.
In and out by Lee. They have 19, 16, and now 19 turnovers the last 3 games. Still wins, but
well, the defense has been so solid. They haven't fouled. They haven't given up the many three-point shots, and they haven't given up any free throws.
Up over the top.
No,
Roy on Finke.
Yeah, Finke did a nice job. He sliced in, got the inside position. Now he's going to go to the line as a result.
Second personal, 19 foul.
Somebody's upstairs dumping popcorn down on the athletes. I don't know if it was one of the coaches or the maybe Thunder up there having some fun, causing a little havoc.
Rafe Curtis making his way to the scores table.
There he is.
End of the game for Michael Finke.
Well, he better do something good the way he blew me off earlier tonight. I'm not talking bad about him if he doesn't get in the score sheet tonight.
Lee Summit, Missouri native. Tonight is the night. Roy. Suggs in the corner. Roy back out. Allen. Allen on by Curtis.
Yeah, you better put a hand up. Go play defense. Coach Marley wants to see you keep your hands up.
Driving it. Loose ball underneath. Curtis was there, but Blumbergs picks it up.
Run to the ball, Rafe.
Drexel. Drexel moving, takes it, and foul.
Nice job by Drexel right there. They were in a high pick and roll situation right there. They put 2 players down in the baseline deep in the corner. Rafe was over here in this right block. The defense expects the ball handler to come off of that screen, but Drexel doesn't use the screen. He goes away from the screen, catches the defense overreacting to the screen. He's able to get himself all the way to the bucket. I was hoping he was going to fire a pass over to this right corner for Rafe.
Blumbergs got it out. Right, Curtis underneath.
Oh, he's going to go to the free throw line. This could be it.
Allen with the foul.
He better lock in and make these free throws. You know that adrenaline is flowing right now through him. He's got to calm his nerves and step to that line, something he's done hundreds of thousands of times, and knock these free throws down.
Allen takes a seat with his 5th. Suggs comes in for him.
Oh, I just saw something. I just saw a packet of Thin Mints crash to the floor and break into pieces.
This is unbelievable. Curtis connects.
Good for Rafe. Nice job.
That was 2 from the line coming in.
That was straight back iron and down.
Curtis. Oh, big rebound. Oh. Minute to go. Suggs right-handed in.
Nice little move by Suggs. He hasn't stopped playing. He's got a couple buckets now.
Tim Finke to Drexel.
Well, if Rafe's going to get a field goal, he's got to be on his position because I don't think the Lopes are going to shoot another one after this.
Johnson taking his time. 8, 7, 6. Carlos travels.
Do Rafe any favors on that one.
I know.
CJ said, hey, I'm working on a career high myself right here. I got 21. I'm trying to make it 23 or 24.
You thought you got the cold stare. Underneath. Suggs puts it in. That's going to do it, folks.
Yeah.
Lopes are going to improve to 9-0 on their home court, 5-1 in the conference, and 12-7 overall. The Lopes are victorious big time, 78-50 over UMKC.
Well, the defense was fantastic tonight. The offense, it was good and bad. Coach Marley won't be happy with all the turnovers, but he's certainly going to be happy to improve to 4-1 in the Western Athletic Conference.
Post-game press conference forthcoming with head coach Dan Marley. Our final stats as well. Before we say goodnight from Phoenix, keep it right here. We'll wrap it up after the Lopes are victorious 78-50 over the Roos.
About time you watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Performance is your profession. You excel in bringing the best out of people. Through leadership and insight, you help others fulfill their promise. You share a unique bond with your family and cherish your time together. But you strive to take the next step in your career. GCU's online degree program in performance psychology will enhance your skills in helping others succeed. Master your craft in an online PhD program that puts innovation and technology at the heart of education. And you can do it all within a tight schedule without disrupting other aspects of your life. With a PhD in performance psychology, you'll have the tools you need to elevate your performance to the next level. When human excellence meets cutting-edge technology, business advances.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Back at GCU Arena, decisive 28-point victory by GCU over UMKC. The Roos dropped to 2-2 while the Lopes improved to 5-1. The Western Athletic Conference. Barry Butel, Scott Williams back with you. We are waiting the post-game press conference from head coach Dan Marley after this one where they have dominated on their home court. Now perfect 9-0, and it's a tight Western Athletic Conference that's going to be down to the wire with a lot of teams with just one loss, but the Lopes are right there atop this conference.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job protecting their home court, and that's always so important because it's tough to get road wins. You know, Utah Valley's been undefeated at home this year as well. Always tough, as you know, to play at New Mexico State. They dropped a heartbreaker up there, but come back home and you defend this court. Now you get some time to get some guys back. You know, Oscar Frere, hopefully that's not too bad. He can come back and be ready for next Saturday, and you can get Matt Jackson back. Blumberg's is playing well. Laver, kind of hit and miss with him a little bit right now. And DeMar Milstead, as good as he was defensively, he was equally bad on offense. So I think some time in the lab this week in practice, get some bodies back and tighten up a few things.
Well, time for our Canyon State Credit Union player of the game. Canyon State Credit Union committed to you, Carlos Johnson.
Well, Carlos Johnson was absolutely fantastic in this basketball game. The first half, second half, he was aggressive. Didn't settle for the outside shot early. He put the pressure on the defense by going to the basket, softened them up inside. Then they started laying off of him. Then he started knocking off, taking the lid off the top of that defense and dropping in the three-point shots. Most impressive stat on that one. I love the fact that he got to the line 7 times tonight.
85% was the team. That was a new season best. Their best was that tied it actually at South Dakota State. But 21 points, a new career high, at 19 as a member of Washington against Arizona State. Big night for Carlos Johnson. How about another big night, a double-double for Trey Drexel?
Yeah, Trey Drexel was solid. He does it, I mean, I call him the nutty professor because he's just going out there. He just outthinks a lot of guys, but he doesn't look like he's supposed to be able to do the things he can do, especially on the rebounds, offensive glass, defensive glass, plays the defense, dives on the floor, gets 60% of the 50-50 balls. He's the kind of guy our coaching staff loves. Stays extra after practice, will help other teammates, whether it's just shagging basketballs, rebounding basketballs, getting extra shots up himself. He was fantastic in this game tonight.
Great to see that. Trey Drexel with that double-double, 13 and 11. Let's send it downstairs into the post-game press conference area. Kate Longworth is with Lopes insider Paul Cora.
I'm actually going to turn it right over to the man of the hour, Dan Marley.
All right, good win. I thought that was probably our best game, just the intensity-wise, starting off offensively and then defensively, just shutting them down, not letting them score at the beginning. Really good job by everybody. Carlos was big in that first half. We have to wait and see what's up with Oscar. He's going to get the MRI tomorrow. X-rays were negative. Hopefully he's going to be okay. But just overall, pretty good performance. A little concerned about the turnovers. That's something we got to work on, but couldn't be happier with the weekend. To win it by those margins, those 2 days, obviously very happy. So really good job.
What impressed you the last 2 outings with the Chiefs defense? I know that's something you hang your hat on to begin with.
Yeah. You know, it all started pretty much, you know, at the San Diego game. I think they figured out that for us to be good, we have to be good defensively, and they've really focused in on what we're trying to do, the schemes, and they're just playing hard. And defense and rebound, that's what we keep preaching. And our offense will get better if we play good defense, and they're believing in it. And they really want to win. This group wants to win, and they know it's going to be hard to do that. So hats off to them for really concentrating and stepping it up. Proud of them.
Is it even better that they don't rely on guys anymore for those kind of defensive efforts? Matt's been out for a while. Oscar was out for almost the whole game.
Yeah, defense is a five-man thing. And, you know, if you think just one man's going to guard, that's not how it is. It's got to be all guys doing. All guys got to buy in and listen to what the concepts are and work together. So I think everybody's starting to do that. Rely on, you know, if there's a weakness, we've been really trying to concentrate on being more aggressive. You know, our tempo, the way we want to play, and force other teams to do other things. So, as I said, our guys have been really good at listening and taking the game plan and making it their own and really taking some pride in what they're doing.
Is what Michael's doing lately just showing that he's feeling a lot healthier than when he was battling that foot stuff?
Yeah, I hope so. You know, Michael has got to be able to score, and he's starting to figure it out. I think it always takes, you know, it took Casey last year a while to get it going. And I think every fifth-year transfer is coming to a team. It takes a while to figure things out. And to his credit, he's works hard every day. He's a great teammate, and I think he's starting to figure it out, and that's great. So happy for him. I thought, unfortunately, Ali got in those foul trouble early, but he had a better night tonight. Too many pump fakes, too many turnovers, but it's a work in progress.
Coach, you have the longest team, the tallest team in the conference.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like it showed tonight as a shift to your guards, tried to get in the paint.
Well, I mean, Trey's been a beast. You know, I think he had 11 rebounds. I think he had 9 at half. So, like I said, if we're going to play that size, then we better be able to rebound, especially in this conference, because we're giving up some mismatches on the defensive end as far as guarding smaller guys. Our big guys have to. So we got to make sure that we do rebound the basketball and concentrate offensively, especially with us not shooting as well as we have been. We have to go get offensive rebounds. And we have athletic guards. I mean, Oscar's very athletic. Carlos very athletic. Trey is a big, strong kid. Even DeMario at his size can get rebounds. So that's one thing that we really concentrate is on rebounding, both on the defense and the offensive side.
How much is that link kind of a part of what you're trying to build with this team? Is it just happenstance of the roster?
It's just that's the way this roster's built. Next year will probably be a lot smaller, and we'll just adjust. I think a coach has to adjust to his roster. And it just happens that we got big guys. You know, Tim and Michael's brothers came here, 6'7", 6'10". We've had Ali, you got Rob, and our guards happen to be big and are athletic as far as Carlos and Oscar. So this team is big, and we have to take advantage of it.
And I probably missed this from the beginning of the interview, but is there any update on Oscar?
X-rays were negative. He's going to have MRI tomorrow, so he's in a boot right now. So hopefully there's nothing too serious. And good thing is we'll have a week off before we go to Cal Baptist. Obviously, we'd like him to practice, but hopefully he'll be back by that game. They said it's his foot, so we'll see.
With the way the schedule reads, obviously you have no control of that, but having longer time with some guys nursing some injuries, I'm sure that helps play into it. But what do you like to keep the team? How intense do you like to keep them in this week?
We'll keep it going. I just watched that movie Secretariat, and I'm going to keep them to the whip, man. So we'll take tomorrow off, but we're going to come back and really get after it Monday and Tuesday. We'll probably give them Wednesday off, and then Thursday start preparing for Baptist, practice Friday, and then leave Friday. So these guys, they want to work. They do. They enjoy each other. They like being in the gym. As I said, they see the focus and they see what they want to accomplish. So they like coming to practice. We make it competitive, and we got a lot of guys. You know, as you can see, I got to play all of our players the whole game. So we got a lot of guys sitting out, so they like to practice too because they don't get much action.
You've had a lot of blowouts, but the way they started from the tip tonight seemed different.
It was a lot different. You know, I don't think we've got off to a start like that in a while. So I was really proud of our defensive effort. Did a good job on Bishop, trapping him, not letting him go and really rotating. One bad shot, rebound, and then we scored a little bit. So to get off a start like that's a lot better than the previous games where we've dug holes with that starting group. So, like I said, they take pride in their defense, so it's good. All right, thank you, guys.
Final stats to take a look at, 78-50. GCU over KC, 50% from the field, 7 of 16 from the arc. Free throws, wow, 23 of 27. Rebounding margin, another win when they out-rebound the opponent. And the turnovers, well, that's too high for both teams.
Yeah, way too many turnovers, but he'll love the fact that they got 38 rebounds. Now 11-1 when out-rebounding their opponent.
Well, you know, threes, those are easy, right, Scott?
Well, if I can make them down
right,
with my
Scott?
Oh, here we go.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. You guys are showing the ones that this is what I still
They're easy, Scott.
Okay, this is what I needed. I gave the kid the ball. It's like, hey, give me a pass. I needed a pass to get my rhythm. I got that bucket, baby. Hey,
there you go. So 50% from the arc, apparently, from that video. Well, let's revisit your Sanderson Ford 3 keys to the game on this Martin Luther King holiday weekend.
Yeah, you got to communicate on defense, and I think it's exactly what the Lobes did today. They did a fantastic job defensively. You hold a team under the 40% shooting. They were wonderful at forcing turnovers, 20 turnovers, like we said, and 11 of those were steals. The other part was, what are you going to do for your others? Are you going to move the basketball? Are you going to second screens? Are you going to help when your teammates get off? I thought the Lobes did that for the most part tonight. 13 assists were absolutely fantastic, and we're all in this thing together. No one cares who got the credit. Tonight it was Carlos Johnson's night. The next game, it might be somebody else's.
Yep.
But they got the W. They pounded them. They kept their foot on their throat. They never let them off that mat. Got a big 28-point win.
Defense has been huge as they held them to 50. We were wondering if they could hit that magic mark defensively. Then held Chicago State to 46.
Yeah, really did a nice job taking Bishop out of the game early. Got him real frustrated. Got a couple steals where he was trying to pass out of the trap and couldn't pass it over the longer defenders. Milstead was really good defensively in this one. Finke was good coming across off of his spot, moving his feet and blocking shots.
Well, defensively, they're shutting teams down. They're kind of on a roll here. They travel now on the road, back-to-back games, Cal Baptist, Bakersfield, but one game a week. It'll be next Saturday and then the following Saturday there at Bakersfield. How do you think the team's going to respond?
I think they're going to keep it on a roll. I mean, they've shown that they have confidence to go out there and play on the road. They're getting Jackson back. Hopefully, Oscar Frere's not too banged up to get him back for maybe both those games, if not one of them. You know, we get Laver going inside. He showed some flashes tonight. Carlos Johnson's a big bump up that bench, and you can tell little Tim Finke started to get more and more comfortable out there on the floor with his big brother.
Well, we hope the best for Oscar Freire. Went down with that apparent foot injury. X-rays, as Coach Marley said, were negative. He's going to have the MRI tomorrow, and we wish him all the best, all of our good wishes for Oscar Freire in that recovery. So we send it now to the road for the Lopes. They hope to carry over this momentum. They'll be traveling to Cal Baptist next Saturday. The first matchup there against the Lancers, a new entrant to the Western Athletic Conference.
You'll be interested to see how Dan Marley has his team prepared to play that team. I haven't seen them play too much, but I know that they're going to come out and be aggressive defensively.
Well, it'll be for the next 2 weeks. Saturday, Cal Baptist. Then the following Saturday, they travel to Bakersfield. Be sure to tune in to Michael Potter. He'll be on 1580 AM, The Fanatic, 99.3 FM. them for all the action. The next GCU men's basketball TV broadcast will be February 7th when the Vaqueros from UTRGV come calling on the Lopes. Kate will have that pregame show starting at 6:30. The tip right after at 7. Web coverage all the way on GCU.TV. But that'll do it from here at GCU Arena tonight, where the Lopes are victorious over the UMKC Roos, 78-50 to improve to 9-0 on their home court and 5-1 in the Western Athletic Conference. Please join us again February 7th. UTRG visits GCU. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Buchelt, wishing you a wonderful Saturday evening.